Welcome to the Foul-Mouths Network and its 1990s Insomniac Special. And now, here's your host, Mr. Foulmouth Ken.
Yo, you guys, what's going on, everybody? Holy shit, we're here. It's a special Insomniac 1990s theme show, guys. What's going on? We're going to have a lot of great guests tonight calling in, stopping in throughout the night. It's everything 90s here tonight, guys. What's going on? Shout out to the chat. Fuck yeah. What other fucking song can you start out a 90s show with than this song right here, folks? That basically defines a fucking whole generation. We got a lot of shit to cover tonight, guys. And I got none other than my two bros, the Filthy Mouth Gamer and Lucky Low.
Yo.
Cowabunga, cocksuckers.
Cowabunga. That's fucking rad. Fuck yeah. Fucking rad.
Yo,
That's
fucking
exciting.
Dave Grohl is a fucking way underrated drummer. I don't give a fuck what anyone says.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I gotta go on the internet. Hold on. Ma, can you hang up the phone, Ma? Hang up the phone! Hang up the phone, Ma!
Back in the day.
Didn't you fucking hate that?
Wow, man. Brings back memories.
We got a lot of guests with us tonight, folks. We're going to have
Those
people
were the
checking
days.
in throughout the whole night with us, guys. We're going to have, you know, normal people calling in. JB. We might even hear from the great Joe Cronin tonight. We're going to take your calls at a certain time and chill out with you guys tonight, man.
You know, believe it or not, I never had to deal with dial-up because I went straight to cable modem.
Wow, lucky you.
In 98. 98 was the first time I had the internet. Actually, no, I'm wrong. You remember I had web TV?
Yeah,
That fucking sucked.
web TV.
That's,
That
remember we
shit
used to
was
go on
crazy.
Rotten.com.
Web
and
TV.
Fucking,
Yeah,
what was
I
the
remember
other
that.
one? There was Rotten.com and there was another one where you could see like tits and ass and death.
Oh,
and
yeah.
destruction.
Oh,
I
yeah.
forget what the other one was called. I forget it.
We also got another special guest with us tonight. I'm going to introduce right now. Hello, Alexa. Alexa, hello.
In the building.
Hello?
Hello.
How are you, girl? How are you, Alexa? Alexa, how are you?
Come on, Alexa. You're
Even
killing us.
answer it.
Alexa,
Broad.
answer me. How are you? Alexa, how are you? You fucking piece of shit. That's what you say
What a
back to
cunt.
me? You
Sorry, your Echo Dot lost its connection.
You fucking piece of shit. We're going to have Alexa all night long with us.
She calls her clit her Echo Dot.
Ah,
Your Echo Clit. Alexa,
the echo clue.
play 1990s music.
Here's a station for 1990s.
Why don't you do
music.
something for Christ's sake, Alexa?
Seriously.
For Christ's sake.
Christ.
Continue, Alexa. Alexa, continue. Before I throw you into the fucking wall.
Here's a
Fucking
station
Alexa.
for 1990s.
Oh, my God. It's like... She's supposed
like
to be
pulling
smart, I
teeth.
thought. I thought she was supposed to be smart.
This is supposed to be the future.
Yeah, I know.
She's busy
Fuck.
recording shit for the government that's in your house.
Exactly.
I know, right?
Alexa, play 1990s music.
Here's a station for 1990s music. 90s alternative
Christ.
from Amazon Music.
Finally.
Jesus Christ, already, Alexa.
Ooh, nice pick.
Well, we got her with us tonight, guys. We got you out there. We're going to be playing 90s shit all night long, guys. What's going on? Foulmouth Ken in the house. And we're going to be rocking out with our cocks out tonight, guys. We got a lot of shit tonight. We're going to be talking about some major news stories from the 90s. We're going to be talking about music and movies and TV shows and a whole bunch of shit tonight. We're going to be taking your guys' call soon, hearing your stories from the 90s and all kinds of shit. And we've done this show before, a 1990s show, but it was a while back, and we had like literally probably about 10 people watching us. So I want to give a shout out to everybody out there. All the new subs, we just officially hit 1,600 right now, Foulmouths Network. And I'm fucking...
Everybody's saying half black sun in the chat.
Black sun, won't you come? Oh! Mr. ADTR.
What's up, Ken and Filthy Mouth Gamer? Shout out to the chat. I was a big fan of the Power Rangers in the
Nice.
90s. What was your favorite Power Rangers series?
Power Rangers were all over the 90s. And that $10 donation, thank you so much, ADTR. That was supposed to be a new... We got a set of new donations underneath here. We have like 3 of them right now, but all 3 of them have certain things that they're supposed to do. And I don't think that did the right thing right there. But shout out to you, ADTR. I'd say my favorite like Power Rangers series, I'd say have to be like one of the original from the early
yeah.
to mid 90s.
I think the fucking Power Rangers were queer.
I liked them.
be honest
I
with
liked
you.
it. I liked the Power
Voltron.
Rangers.
Voltron was the shit.
You know why I like the Power
Fuck the
Rangers? Because it
Power
kind of had that look of like the like the Japanese things that they were doing at that point, and it kind of had like that Japanese like look to it. So it was different than anything that was out at that point. That's why I kind of liked it so much. Half Black Sun. Won't you come? Won't you come? I want a gold medal with a freaking broken neck, man. Son, won't you come? Inside your mom's vaginal stream. Black half sun, half black sun, won't you come? Won't you come? With a freaking broken freaking neck, man. I want a gold medal with a freaking broken neck, man. With a freaking half black sun, won't you come? Half black sun, half black sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Half black sun.
Come on, look.
That's out to ADTR. Shout out to you, ADTR. I can't believe this was the first song that she picked for us tonight. This was the first song she picked for us tonight, so we had to give that the Half Black Sun a shout out.
That's epic.
So as you guys can see on the other side of the screen over here, right over here, we got all kinds of old video game consoles from the 90s. We got like photos and toys and shit that you will remember if you were born in the 90s or born a little bit before the 90s and you're an 80s baby. Like me, I'm a 70s baby. I was born 77. So I'm technically a 70s kid, but I grew up in the 80s. So like really, and in the 90s. I was a little boy in the 80s and a teenager in the 90s. And I don't think there was another best time to grow up, man, to be honest. Like, the 70s was pretty cool, too. Like, the late 70s was a cool time to grow up and shit. But look how many great movies we had in the 80s and the 90s.
Oh, my God. Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, the 80s ushered in a shitload of new movies. And the 90s, like, carried the torch big time because the 90s came out with a shit ton of great fucking movies. We were talking about this the other day, 90s movies. I don't know what your guys' favorite is. If you put your favorite, put it down in the chat, guys. We'll read it off. My personal favorites was like Ace Ventura, which is up there. Tango and Cash came out in like 90. You had oh man, one of the most classics of them all was Natural Born Killers.
I tend to
agree.
lean more towards Shawshank Redemption.
Well, that's
Shawshank
That was a
Redemption's
great
up
one.
there.
Yeah, that's another great one too.
Goodfellas.
Oh my
Goodfellas,
God, that's one
right.
of the I mean, Goodfellas is one of the classics of all time. You also had Hannibal Lecter and
Pulp
fucking
Fiction.
Yep,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Tommy
The
Boy.
horror
As you
genre.
can see on the screen right now, there's a shit ton of good ones right now coming up right
They
here.
paved the way.
Look at these ones. These movies are like The Hunt for Red October, Jurassic Park, I mean, some of them were cheesy movies. You had Pulp Fiction was a great movie. Ton of fucking great movies from the 90s, man. The 90s really did hold its own in the movie genre. And then you got TV shows. You got some of the best TV shows of all time. You got Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You got
Fresh
fucking
Prince.
90210. A lot of people watch that. You got Baywatch, which was like really popular. In Living Color, you got up there. You got Seinfeld was in the 90s too. Yeah, it ended in the 90s. Yeah, a shitload of good fucking shows in the 90s. There's a lot of shit that really bridges the 90s and the 80s as well. You know what I mean? It bridges, like, it goes from, like, you could say, oh, that's the 80s, but really it's also the 90s as well. You know what I mean?
Right.
So there's a lot of shit that you'll remember from the 80s, which, like, kind of bridged over. You know what I mean? But, yeah, I mean, the first thing up that we were talking about, we're also talking about, like, news as far as you'll see over here on this screen right here. We got like some of the major news stories of the 1990s, and one of them I don't think many people remember unless you're really a New Yorker, is the first time the Trade Center got bombed.
Oh yeah.
And that was
was it 94?
93.
93?
Yeah, 1993, the first bombing of the World Trade Center happened, and it killed, I think, about 5 or 6 people, and it was, you know, in New York, it was all over the news everywhere, but it wasn't really remembered because, I mean, there's the paper of the event, and it was pretty fucked up. A lot of people, you know, like 5 people died, and a lot were wounded. It blew out, like, columns of parking area, like, in the bottom of, like, where they underground park in there, and then there used to be, like, all kinds of train stations connected to underneath the World Trade
Center.
Centers.
To see any kind of attack.
Well,
like
it didn't collapse into its own footprint, though. It's interesting.
Yeah, it didn't. But yeah, the whole bottom was taken out, and a lot of shit was, like, you know, fucked up. People died, but they said there was at least like 5 stories taken out on this thing, like altogether. Like the blast zone was like it had took out 5 columns of stories of like the downstairs area. Wow. Both towers were on fire from like the basin up, like really low on the floors. Not even, I don't think coming to ground level the fire ever went, but it was on fire like 5 floors below. The train station underneath there was like completely ruined. There was a train that used to be down there that used to connect, I think, the F train to New Jersey. That was like totally fucking, you know, demolished as well, man. And it was fucked up because it was a point that they did it. These guys pulled vans in and shit, and it was crazy. Here's a report of it right here. I'll play this for you guys real quick.
Special report, Dan Rather, CBS News reporting from New York, where fire officials here in New York City now say that fires are burning in both towers of the World Trade Center. That's right at the tip of Manhattan. The fire officials say smoke is billowing into hallways of the twin 110-story towers. The 2 towers there, both 110 stories. People are being evacuated from both buildings. Early indications are that perhaps 100 injuries or more. There have been unconfirmed reports of 1 death, but that has not been confirmed. The most reliable reports indicate more than 100 injuries, many of those from either smoke inhalation or some form of near suffocation. This happened just after noon, Eastern time this afternoon. A part of an underground railway seems to have collapsed. Part of the roof of an underground railway collapsed. That would be the path line that connects Manhattan with New Jersey, with trains running under the Hudson River. There's a station in the World Trade Center, and apparently the part of a roof collapsed inside. A number of people said that they heard what sounded like a kind of muffled bang or explosion of some sort. And this is what one eyewitness had to say. The whole building shook, and then the lights went out. We had to walk out to the 31st floor.
Oh, yeah. Bloodbread, welcome to the channel, buddy. Yeah, well, as you guys heard, like, look at that. Look at those photos. I mean, you can see for yourself right now. It blew out fucking floors. Look at that. There was just columns left underneath both World Trade Centers. And they didn't fall. How is that?
But at least they had the best music.
Huh?
At least they had the best music back in the 90s.
I don't know if they had the best music.
Oh, come on.
I don't know about that.
The best. At least in my opinion.
Guys, we're taking a strike tonight. Come on, baby.
Yeah.
We're definitely taking a fucking strike tonight, but we don't give a fuck here on the Foul Mouths Network. Whatever. We got some new donations up there, guys. We just added we added a new one after we added the Trump fucking electrocution one, and now we have a new one with Tommy NC on it, bro.
Oh, shit.
It's fucking funny. You guys haven't even seen it yet, right?
No, not yet.
Oh,
I
my
am
God.
excited.
Yeah. We might not ever see it, but who knows? We'll see what happens. But yeah, so I don't know if you guys knew this, but yeah, the World Trade Centers, they tried to fucking knock them over back then, 1993, and they took a good chunk of it out, man.
Right, that's the first clue. That should be the first red flag that they try to do.
Yeah, and you
Back
figure
then.
that the security would have been tighter and all that after that,
Oh, yeah.
and obviously it wasn't.
We look
Obviously,
the other way, just like every other fucking time.
obviously it wasn't. The security wasn't as good as it should have been.
Yeah, now they fucking check out all over your whole body and they fucking go all the way up your anal cavity.
Oh yes, Cock McSkinnon knows all about that. Matter of fact, we had I guess they came out with a new song for the Cock McSkinnon guy.
Did they really?
Did they?
Yeah, I think so, man. I think they did. I think they came out with a new song. I don't know if you guys want to hear that now or we could play that in a little while. But
Well, I say get out of the fucking way.
is that what you say?
Yeah, get out of the fucking way. Who wants to deal with that shit still anymore?
Seriously. Tommy NC wrote in the chat, what an awesome show. I love the Foul Mouthed Network. One of my favorite shows to watch.
He always says that. I love it.
We love you too, Tommy.
I love you, Tommy. You're a man.
Tommy,
Oh,
if you were
would you
here
tell
right
me?
now, it'd suck on your nipples.
Oh.
Alexa, turn off. Thank you, Alexa. You know what I mean? Like, listen.
Alexa, shut your
You
fucking
only got to
hole,
work
would
so
you?
fucking hard, Alexa. You know what I mean, Alexa? You beautiful bitch, you. You know what I mean? Alexa, turn
Go fuck
off.
yourself.
She won't even answer you.
Turn off. Go to fucking bed.
Like, fuck you.
Alexa,
I'm not
go to
happy.
bed. Oh, fuck you. We got a Cock McSkinnon song up here, man. They want to hear the Cock McSkinnon song, man. Come on,
Imagine you
man.
heard, Cock McSkinnon is a dumb fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Uh-huh. That's right. Yo. Uh-huh.
All that she want is to babysit your kids. All that he wants. Whoa, whoa. I said all that he wants is to babysit your kid.
I said, all that they want. Yeah. Uh-huh.
All that I want is to babysit your kids at night. I wanna come over really late at night and probe me right down again. I said, I wanna probe your little body. Come over here, baby, you's a fucking hottie. I wanna get to know you, Cock McSkinnon. I want you to come over for Thanksgiving. Come on, Cock McSkinnon early in the morning. He be coming over, he be fucking yawning, working in the oil sands all day. He be working till his hands don't give away. I said, Cock McSkinnon, come over for Thanksgiving. You could skin your cock Thanksgiving. Come over for Thanksgiving. Cock McSkinnon, fucking all types of nasty fucking women. Cock McSkinnon, come on over for Thanksgiving and skin that cock. Skin that cock, wanna skin that cock like I want to babysit your kids so bad. Cock McSkinnon, come over real glad. Coming in over, say they want to sleep over and get to know your wife just a little bit better. Cock McSkinnon, that's right, come over. We chillin' with Cock McSkinnon. We got the type of women that's nasty and they giving. Here on Thanksgiving with Cock McSkinnon. We taking all penises out and peeling skin off. Yo, it's kinda salty when you can't be with us no more. You done fucked up, Cock McSkinnon. Now you won't even spend Thanksgiving.
You're not a fucking foul mouth no more. Cock McSkinnon was kicked to the floor. Cock McSkinnon no come for Thanksgiving. He be staying at home and skinning dicks for women. Oh, and giving tips for the women. Cock mix skinning, no comfort Thanksgiving. Wanna babysit your kid, Leah, I wish I could come over, meet you and Joe. I wanna babysit the kids and hang out all day. Maybe drink a couple of beers and say, I love what your husband do. I love him so much, I wanna hang with you and watch your babies too. I wanna watch your babies too. Cock skinning, wanna watch them. Yeah, yeah. I got me hitting when I come in, when they all type of way. They cock beginning, cocks are beginning, cocks in the slop, cock, I'm beginning. Yo, cock it's skinning, brings it back to the fucking beginning. When he thinks that he gets in good with people, he fucks up everything we do. He can't be around us no more. He wants to see everybody fight and hate a little more. Cock mix skinning is the dark side. Cock mix skinning is the wrong side. Cock mix skinning has got that look in his eyes. Cox is the wrong guy. He be skinning cock with nasty women, skinning on a Thanksgiving. You fuck that I wanna meet type of women to fucking keep you winning. Yo, what you gotta say, cock mix skinning?
Hey yo, where can I jerk off on you if you jerk off on me? You know what I mean? I'm working in the oil sands, man. So fuck you. Break all your friends up. I make all your friends leave you. I make all your friends want to walk out the door, and everybody walks out on me. My family and everything. Did I mention I was probed in the asshole too? Did I mention I got probed in the butt?
Yo, by the way,
No.
shout out to Cal Obama.
Yes.
He fucking went to the Alabama game today.
Yes,
and
I
did a
saw
con-
that. I
Nice.
saw that. Mr. Cal
I gotta see
Alabama.
that.
Cal Alabama,
I
baby.
love how all these people are yelling cunt in fucking public places.
Yeah,
I
we
love
got
it.
we got a cunt
Yeah,
from
that's-
Mr. Cal Alabama. Let's listen to it right now. Here, I'm gonna bring that up right now. Here's Mr. Cal Alabama's cunt from the Alabama game today. Right? Is the Alabama game?
What did he play? Miami? I don't even know. I forget who the fuck
I'm
they
not
played.
sure. I'm not sure. But it was the Alabama game though, right?
Yes, it was.
Okay, it was at the Alabama game. Here it is. Shout out to the one and the only Mr. fucking Cal Alabama. Here it is, the cunt in the middle of a whole crowd of people at the fucking game. Shout out to Mr. Cal Alabama.
What a cunt. That was nice.
Alabama, baby. Calabama.
That's a super cunt.
Cal Mal Alabama.
I was actually at a football game today. I dropped 3 of them. I dropped one on the way in, one at halftime on the way out to take a piss, and then one on the way out of the game.
That's got to be one of the best places to do that.
Yeah, this came out in the 1990s right here.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. It was all a dream. I used to eat cock McSkinning.
Oh, no.
It
gonna
was
make this
all
guy
a
go
dream.
crazy.
I used
Crazier
to
than
eat
he
cock
already is.
clean. Scrapping cocks with my man Tilly G. Sitting on the corner scraping cocks on the grass. I don't know if I wanna fuck you in the ass. Yeah. Cock McSkinning, Daffy Duck, chilling with the McKinnon. Yo, cocks be skinning. Fuck that, jumping in gold. Like old Scrooge the Hole. Yeah, baby. They used to call me Scrooge McDuck. Can you guys see the fucking...
DuckTales.
Can you guys see what's on the screen right now, guys?
Come
You
on.
see what game this is right here? Contra, 1991, guys.
If
You don't know,
Wait a
now
minute.
you know. I said
91.
Contra 91.
Wait, was that the Super Nintendo
You
one?
could press Contra. Yep. Hit Contra ball.
So it was Contra 3, the Alien Wars.
Contra 3, the Alien Wars from 1981 to 1991. I used to
Oh no,
stick
that's
cocks
not
in the
Contra, that's Galaga.
No, I mean,
That's
I'm
Galaga.
sorry. I said the wrong thing. Sorry.
This is the
Galaga.
fucking the gamer right here.
Do you remember this?
He knows his shit.
I got a couple of games to put up there. I have Contra on here too. But do you remember this game?
Of course I do. Well, listen, everybody remembers the original. The original Galaga is one of the greatest games.
I got
in the
Galaga. I got Contra. I got. Oh, you're gonna love this. Remember Street Fighter. I got
Oh, one of the
Mortal
best.
Kombat.
Of course, Mortal Kombat.
Going into the
Now,
arcade
do you
back in the
guys
day.
remember when that first Mortal Kombat came out? How fucking crazy and advanced it looked, and we were all like, "What the fuck is
Oh,
this?"
yeah, definitely.
Like, That game when it first came out was fucking insane.
I used to go to this place in the mall called Time Out. Actually, it was an arcade chain that Sega had, and Mortal Kombat was just put in, and they didn't let anybody play it. But this guy turns the machine on, and he starts playing. I'm like, what the fuck is this game? And he did Scorpion's Fatality, where he takes the mask off and he burns the dude fucking to his skeleton.
Oh, yeah,
and
man.
I looked at my friend, dude. I was like, dude, what the fuck did I just see?
I know, man. It was like fucking
shit.
What a fucking.
And then he pulled the plug on. I was like, no, you motherfucker.
I know that
was just the beginning.
That shit was just fucking sick, man. Sick. Titanic came out in the 90s, right?
Yeah, 97.
Do you remember this? Blossom used to be on fucking Nickelodeon all the time.
The hairiest bush ever.
Blossom's got a hairy bush now, they said.
No, but she does because she said it on, I think she was on Stern when she said she doesn't shave.
Blossom got a hairy bush. I got a hairy bush. Do you remember the original PlayStation?
Oh, come on. Do I remember it? Are you fucking serious?
I started playing NHL on that original PlayStation. I went from this right here, 16-bit Sega Genesis, which I loved, and I had a million of them because I used to stomp on them with my feet. Right, Filthy? Come on, you can fucking vouch for that.
Oh, listen.
But come on, you tell them about it.
Well, listen, the only other person that had fucking rage quitting shit like I do was you.
Yeah.
You fucking...
Tell him what I did once.
Hold on a second.
Tell him what I did once.
I'll tell you exactly what he did. He fucking stomped on the Genesis, right? And here's the thing, is that back then they made shit well, so you could survive this shit. He stomped on the Genesis, yanks the fucking NHL game out, opens his window, and sidearms it down a two-story fucking window. Into the, I think it was snow, too. I think into the fucking snow.
No regrets.
After stomping on it.
And the game survived, and the Genesis survived.
Yep.
Like right now,
lucky.
if I ever even breathe wrong near my PlayStation, it's fucked.
You're right
they make
about
it
that.
like that to fuck you.
You're right about that, man.
Billy Ricky wants to know if you can do a remix to the Saved by the Bell theme.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That'd be crazy.
A remix to the Saved by the Bell theme? Let me see. Saved by the Bell theme instrumental. Right? Wouldn't you say that?
I don't know. Ask Alexa.
I think so, yo.
That little bitch.
Let me see.
Alexa's not cooperating tonight.
Alright, cause I'm saved by the... I'm alright. I'm alright, gotta get to school by now because I didn't read the little thing. I said I gotta get to school and I'm baby what to do because I meet them when I meet them in school. I said I'm alright. I'm saved by the bell. I gotta get everything, but I wanna give it down. I wanna get down with Billy Ricky. Come on over and two grown men fucking dancing around the living room. I'm alright. I said, I'm alright. I'm alright, cause I'm saved by Billy Ricky's bells. Yeah.
That was wonderful.
Oof. Oh.
It's alright, cause I'm saved by the bell, motherfucker. I'm saved by the bell. Get my barbecue sauce fucking stare.
Cause I'm fucked by the bell. Sons of bitches.
Yo, Timothy Amethyson was so hot. Oh,
Kelly.
oh.
Yeah, she was.
Oh.
I think a lot of people fucking love Kelly.
Oh, she was so hot back then. I fuck her and a daddy and a friend. Just kidding.
I think she's 40 now, dude.
I'd give it to Lisa, too.
To Lisa?
Yeah, baby.
What
is that the chick with the frizzy hair?
You know
Yeah.
You know what news
she
story?
was in fucking Showgirls. Didn't she do
Oh,
it?
yeah, she did some
No,
shit in
no.
Showgirls, right? Yeah, remember
Yeah,
that?
Jess, man.
Yeah.
I'm talking
Oh,
about
that's
Lisa.
right. Oh, you're right. You're right.
The one
You're
that
right.
Screech
was
loved.
Jess.
He was in love with her.
Right.
Guys, check it out. We're going to cover a whole new news story right now. And you know who it is. It's the only white president that was considered black at the time. And he used to pimp out bitches everywhere this motherfucker went. He had a bitch here and a bitch there. He had a bitch everywhere. And they knew when he got into the White House that he would have cock in hand, ready to lay pipe to the first blue dress that walked his way. And sure enough, the first black president, because it wasn't Barack Obama, it was Bill Ulysses Clinton. Oh man. Big shout out to the tattoo mistress.
Just for that Saved by the Bell throwback, you've earned it.
Oh, thank you, tattooed mistress. You're the best. Thank you so much.
That's awesome.
We were supposed to have that new fucking donation, but it never worked. I don't know why. I'm gonna look.
Because that was a super chat.
Oh, that's through the super chat. That's fucking why. Fuck. But shout out to you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Saints wrote in the chat, Bill has a half-black son. Facts.
Tattooed mistress. Blacks. I mean,
Wait,
facts.
did you just call him New Saints Row?
No, I said New Saints wrote in the chat, Bill has a half-black son.
No, because
shout out to you, New Saints. He does. He does have a half-black son. Half-black son, won't you come and come on a blue dress? Half-black son.
That he did.
Yes, it's definitely known that he had a half-black son. It's widely known.
He probably has many more too.
You don't want to admit it. I don't know why you don't want to admit it. What's the big deal? What's the big deal? You admit it, you fucking blew a load in the Oval Office. You can't admit to having a kid with a black lady. What's the fucking big deal, man?
Dude, everybody at the time was saying, like, Monica Lewinsky's gross, she's fat. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? I'd fucking...
See, back then, Monica Lewinsky was looked at as a fat, nasty chick in the 90s.
Dude,
but listen. Society, look, see that photo of Bill Clinton with none other than Harvey Weinstein. Okay?
Well, it all makes sense.
But listen, back then in the 90s, okay, you got to remember, things were a little different. That what really like caught people's eyes back then, for the most part, not mine, I'll tell you that, was these skinny nothing chicks.
Ugh.
All right, and that's what like a lot of people in society used to say. Oh, Lewinsky's a fat, ugly bitch, but realistically, she's not. Filthy met her up close and personal.
Like 2006, 2007.
Wow, did you really?
And she was good looking. She was good looking.
Hot.
If you see a photo of her today, she's good looking. She's not a bad looking person, okay?
Dude, I'd let her stick a cigar in my ass.
Bill Clinton was very lucky to tap that shit. He was just lucky to just tap that shit, man. Trust me. That was the hottest piece of ass he ever get. He was like, oh man, you are one fucking hot piece of ass. I ain't never had a piece of ass like you before. I mean, God damn, girl, I'm about to put this cigar right inside that thing right there, girl. Oh,
cigar.
Fuck yeah. I'm going to do it like this. Yeah. I'm the first black president. Yo, representing kid. I'm Obama's kid. Fuck Obama lady.
Get him, Bill.
Oh, Bill up in this bitch. Watch me hit it from behind on this bitch. Like, put a cigar in a bitch. Yo, put a cigar in a bitch, like real quick. I'm the Mac Daddy, got a Mac Fatty. Oh yeah, I'm a Gaddy. Oh, I'm the Teflon Don, presidential baby. We get it on, I fuck you. Well, I'm wearing a thong, that's why I moved to Harlem. Bitch, let's get it on. Mac Daddy, with a fatty, Oval Office, baby. You could Oval Orifice this, in the fist, this pussy, in the Oval Office. Yes, this pussy. Yeah. And I'm so sick, gushy. Look at my wife. You think I wanna fuck that? Fuck crack, fuck that. Monica Lewinsky, where you at, girl? Put a finger in your butt, girl, in the Oval Office. Don't fucking force this. Take it easy. I'm a Mac Daddy, believe me. Try to achieve what I achieved. Slap you in the neck with a big sleeve, with a big dick, bitch. Hey, get Cock McSkin and skin this cock. Hey, baby. Yeah, Bill drives you crazy, don't he? I'm gonna take this cigar right here. I'm gonna put it right in your fucking asshole. White tree, white piece of fucking trash hoe. Oh, I'll take this fucking cigar. I'll stick it in your asshole. White piece of trash hoe. I'm from Arkansas. Y'all better keep walking past me, cause I'm gonna break out the saw. Saw your ass nasty. Arkansas, I'm trashy. But I'm the president, bitch.
Killed it.
Fucking Bill got down,
Damn,
dude.
Bill.
Bill don't front, dude. Bill was
Bill
one of the
spit.
most pimp daddy fucking Mac daddy presidents of all time, folks.
What an
Come
animal.
on.
Yo, and I just noticed he's got the same color curtains as Trump.
Does he
Ooh,
really?
That's a statement right there.
Wow.
That's a fucking statement.
Fashion.
Bill Clinton was like, yo, he was like, I'm dropping bombs like Obama. Hotter than a sauna. I'm so glad his wife is not president. Thank God.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Dude, that Monica Lewinsky quote that you had come up on the screen where she says, I was patient zero. I was the first person to have her reputation trashed on the internet.
Yep.
Is so right. She's so
She is
fucking
right. She is right. Fucking A right.
Oh, she's terrible.
She's fucking terrible. She's a fucker. Fuck that bitch. Goes and rats out our president. No, I'm just kidding. She had to do what she had to do. She had to do what she had to do.
Actually, it wasn't her. It was that other fucking fat cunt. What was her name?
Oh, it was Heidi Fleisch?
No, Heidi Fleiss is a whole other fucking
Oh,
story.
yeah,
No,
that's a
no.
whole nother mess of his.
Linda Tripp. It was Linda Tripp.
Yes.
That fat
Kenneth
fucking
Kenneth Starr, fucker. I'm gonna fucking tell this Kenneth Starr to fucking suck a dick. Remember Kenneth Starr?
Yeah, of course.
Tell him to suck a fat one, a fucking piece of shit.
Remember Lorena Bobbitt?
Oh, Lorena Bobbitt. That's in the 90s as well, man.
Yes, it was.
Fucking took her husband's cock it all right off at the base, guys. And many wrestling fans remember who that is, because if you're a wrestling fan, you remember that Lorena Bobbitt's fucking husband appeared on a couple of episodes, I think, of WWE, Monday Night Raw, and I think it was in a pay-per-view maybe, or something like that. But yeah, man, Lorena Bobbitt. You're right about that. Here's
She
another
cut that
1990s
swamp
hit.
right off.
Come on, guys.
Oh, shit.
What year did you guys graduate from? I graduated in the 90s. I graduated in 1995.
Damn.
Let's see some of your graduating years in the chat, guys. Why don't you put that in there? Tell us your graduating years.
Throw it up.
We'll have them read it off.
I graduated the cock in 1998. Oh, shit, did I just say that out loud?
Fronts and bars, tits and bras with sex, and expensive cars with paper, condo paid for, no car payment, no for the rain, if fuck it, basement, daughter's tied up in the Brooklyn basement, face it, not guilty. Yeah.
Not have sexual relations with that woman. Miss Lewinsky.
Yes, you did.
The words that would come back to haunt the former US president. Bill Clinton in front of reporters, defiant in his denial.
These allegations are false, and I need to go back to work for the American people. Thank you.
And with that...
If Monica Lewinsky says that while you were in the Oval Office area you touched her genitalia, would she be lying? That calls for yes, no, or reverting to your former statement.
I will revert to my statement on that.
If Monica Lewinsky says that you used a cigar as a sexual aid with her in the Oval Office area, would you be lying? Yes, no, or won't answer.
I will revert to my former statement.
I just am going to ask you again and direct you to answer the question.
I'm not going to answer the question because I believe it's a question about conduct, and whatever the answer to it is would not be on the purview, because oral sex performed on the opponent under this definition is not sexual relations. Indeed, I did have a relationship with Miss Lewinsky that was not appropriate. In fact, it was wrong. It constituted a critical lapse in judgment and a personal failure on my part, for which I am solely and completely responsible.
Bill Clinton was eventually impeached and later acquitted by the Senate. He completed his second term in 2001.
And that was the Bill Clinton saga right there. Look
And then he allegedly raped a bunch of women.
Dude, I like how it said that oral sex isn't sexual relations. Like, okay, Bill.
I know, he's trying to define all this shit to try to get him out of it, but he was indeed impeached, and he was the second president to be impeached, but he never left office. He didn't have to.
That's like the weird thing. Like, why call
you don't
him
have
impeached
to.
if he's still, you know what I mean? Like, I just
It's not everything fucking jokes!
Oh my God!
Spreading some love for the laughs.
Tattooed Mistress, shout out to you.
Wow.
That's one of the new fucking donations here, guys.
Awesome.
Is the Tommy's Corpse donation. The Tommy's Corpse donation. We're going to make them better as we go along, too. We'll make them better as we go along, too.
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat graduated in the 2000s.
Nice. I mean, that means, hey, listen, you guys are young, man. That's awesome, man. To be young.
Another person graduated in 93.
There you go.
Another person graduated in 87.
Wow, 87.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, listen, that's fucking awesome. To have youth is the greatest thing in the world, man. And, in the 90s, I had no clue that, if I lived to make it as far as I did, like, I would think one day, like, fuck, man, I wish I had that youth back. I wish I had the 1990s back. Like, if you're right now where we were in the 90s, then, man, you got a long time ahead of you. Enjoy every fucking moment, man, because
that's right.
It goes by so fucking fast, man.
It does.
It goes by so fast, man. It really does, and it's a shame that it does, but us humans, we talk about dogs' lives and shit, and they're like, everybody goes, oh, dog's life is so short and blah, blah, blah. It is, but so is ours, man. So is ours. We don't have enough time here.
His own balls.
We don't have, but the dog doesn't get to live as long as us for the most part, it's just a shame, but I mean, hey, listen, if you grew up in the 90s, you had a little taste of the 90s as a youngster. So that means a lot of them were just born in the 90s, you know what I mean? Like, you're born in 95, you're born in 96, so you really don't remember it that well. Like, you remember some parts of it probably in the late 90s, like it was yesterday. You probably remember the late 90s.
Everybody wants to go back to the 90s, man.
Then you'll remember this, the Y2K. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah, the big virus.
Do you guys remember the Y2K?
Everything was supposed to shut down at once.
Everything was supposed to shut down. It was supposed to be mass fucking hysteria. There was supposed to be just all kinds of hell was supposed to break loose. And, it was supposed to be like this fucking big computer glitchy motherfucker that's going to just destroy the world. And I remember that. But you know what? Let's not get started on that. Let's go back a little bit more. Because if you were born in the late 90s and you were born like really late in the 90s, then you'll remember this right here. OJ Simpson trial, folks.
That's right. Huge.
You'll remember this a little bit. This was one of the juggernauts of all time right here. This court case, as a lot of you know, being Americans, was covered fucking everywhere. It was one of the biggest things that any court case you've ever fucking really seen.
Yeah, they could actually go check it out on Netflix too. They have the special.
Oh, they got a good show on Netflix about this if you want to check it out and see what it's all about.
Very interesting.
But yeah, this motherfucker was on the run, man. OJ, when he first heard about that they, found out basically that he was the number one suspect, he was out. He was like, fuck this, I'm in the truck. That's the white Ford Bronco right there that OJ jumped in and started fleeing. Started driving to his house, and he was on the phone actually with one of the head detectives. That was on his case that that was doing the whole case. And, matter of fact, I'll play it for you guys right here. It's a,
damn, look at the difference.
Here's the phone call messages and shit between him and this, detective.
Assured us and agreed.
Well, the phone call message is in this clip, so you'll know when it is, but check this out.
Assured us and agreed to provide for the surrender. And that's not occurred.
On June 17, 1994, OJ Simpson became the most famous fugitive on the planet.
Everybody was on the alert looking for a wanted double homicide suspect who happened to be a Heisman Trophy winner.
David Gascon, the LAPD's chief spokesperson at the time, believed OJ's whereabouts wouldn't remain a mystery very long.
I remember having a conversation and I told him directly, I said, you know how this is going to end up. Somebody's going to see OJ Simpson out here. Somebody's going to see him out on the freeway somewhere. We're going to get the call.
Highway Patrol. Yeah, I think I just saw OJ Simpson on the 5 freeway. He's heading north.
Near Nicole Brown Simpson's grave, south of Los Angeles, the white Bronco is spotted. At the wheel, OJ's best friend and former teammate, Al Cowlings.
Man, if you remember that live when it was going down, every fucking TV station in the world was covering that.
Oh, it was a huge story.
It was a monster fucking story. It was, everybody was covering it. And then the case came out. And when the case came out, man, it got even bigger. You didn't think something like this could get even bigger. But what I knew OJ from was his movies that he did in the early 90s, late 80s, which was Naked Gun. If you guys remember that. The Naked Gun, which was another 90s flick. So... I mean, it was, you guys can go look it up. The movie's out for it now. I think Cuba Gooding Jr. plays OJ in it. There's a couple of really good actors in that new show that it was. It was like a mini-series, right, Lo?
Yeah, it was a mini-series on Netflix. It covers everything, all grounds.
Yeah, it covers
everything.
Very
interesting show. I would definitely say to go check that shit out because you won't be disappointed.
There's OJ right there. 20 years before mystery. And 20 years later when he finally did go to jail. And listen, if you don't think that OJ went to jail the second time around for the first thing that he did, we're all fooling each other because there's no way you get fucking 10 years in jail for an armed robbery.
The guy wrote like a book, What If I Did It type of deal. Like,
yeah, that was completely
saying
fucked
basically,
up.
What if I did it? What are you going to do? Like,
that was completely fucked up.
That's kind of stupid.
Yeah. And you know, it was supposed to be.
Not saying he did it, but I'm just
that was supposed to be
general.
on Fox, man. That was supposed to be on Fox too, man.
Yeah,
they were gonna put that on Fox, man, and actually do the show about that shit. And,
the guy was a football player, then he's a murderer. A very interesting story. He knew the Kardashians' father. Robert Kardashian was his lawyer. Kardashians are famous now.
And Robert's wife probably fucked OJ, but that's allegedly.
Probably.
Oh yeah,
I heard that story too.
I think she definitely did. I heard stories about that too, like where they used to meet up all the time. And
that's Chloe's father.
And OJ used to pop that pussy,
saying
just
that,
pop
actually.
that pussy.
I believe that.
Pop,
I mean,
pop,
there's a lot of truth.
pop, 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 pop. Here's OJ on the phone.
Somewhere we're gonna get the call.
Highway Patrol. Yeah, I think I just saw OJ Simpson on the 5 freeway. He's heading north.
Near Nicole Brown Simpson's grave, south of Los Angeles, the white Bronco is spotted. At the wheel, OJ's best friend and former teammate, Al Cowling.
Did you see him? Yeah, we believe so. And we looked at him, you know? And he stared us down like he was dead. Hold on, I got a cop coming here right now. Okay, we'll put it out. Okay, thanks.
He had people lining up in the streets.
With police now in his rear view, Cowlings calls 911, making sure they know OJ is armed and desperate.
911, what are you reporting? This is AC. I have OJ in the car. Okay, where are you? Please, I'm coming up the 5 freeway. Okay. Right now, we are okay, but you gotta tell the police to just back off. He's still alive, but he got a gun to his head. Is everything else okay? Everything right now is okay, officer. Everything is okay. All out. He wants me to get it to his mom. He wants me to get it to his house. Okay. So that's all we ask. He got a gun to his head. Okay. And what's your name? My name is AC. You know who I am, goddammit.
Damn. Nasty.
Yeah, so OJ continued to drive around, and he was actually at one point, one of the head detectives knew his phone number, so he's like, fuck it, I'm just going to call up OJ. And he winded up calling him and getting him on the phone, and he's, trying to talk him out of this shit, trying to tell him, like, what are you doing, dude? Like, if you weren't guilty, why would you be doing this? You know what I mean? Type of thing. And
right.
They have the conversation recorded, which didn't come out till years later.
Of course.
But listen, this ain't it. I can't find it right now, but there's a conversation with him. Yeah,
what do you guys think? You guys think he's guilty or not guilty?
Oh, come on.
I mean, come on.
All right. If the glove fits.
Well, the glove didn't fit this time, but still. If you heard this, listen, I got to find this phone call conversation, because in the phone call conversation with this guy, with the detective, he says, and you could clearly hear him say, like, that he did it. He basically reports it. He basically, admits to him that he murdered her. You know what I mean?
He said that on the phone?
Yeah, dude. He basically he says it basically. Like he says,
I never heard this.
Yeah, it was fucked up, man. Because he was like kind of like, and in my eyes, it sounded like he was like, you know, saying that he did it because he was like, but he like caught himself and he was like, you know, all I ever did was love her, and like he was like trying to justify it and shit, which was like weird, man.
So basically, he said, "I killed her, but I love her."
Yeah, basically, man. Basically,
yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man.
Yeah, that's great, OJ.
Yeah.
The juice.
But yeah, that was one of the major stories in the 90s, and it continued for a long time. Also, another major story that had like to do with court cases was the Menendez brothers, who killed their parents. And this was just recently on TV. They just did a recent miniseries of this. And let me tell you something. If you don't know anything about them and you want to like research it or whatever, man, oh man. What a fucking mess that was, man. Those parents, and I never knew this growing up because it never came out in the court case, but those parents used to molest the fuck out of those kids.
Enlighten me. I didn't even know about this.
Yeah, the mother and the father were molesting these kids at one point, man.
Twins.
Yeah,
So what's wrong
no,
with
they're
that?
not twins. They're not twins.
Oh, I thought you said Melendez twins.
Well, yeah, I did actually. I'm sorry. The Menendez brothers.
Oh, okay.
They were very rich. They had a lot of fucking money. They lived in Beverly Hills.
Wow.
The younger one was going to be like a professional tennis player. I mean, they had their whole lives ahead of them. They had more money than you could fucking shake a stick at.
That's a shame.
But what was happening, which never came out in the court case that we heard of, because there was 2 trials, okay? The first trial was like a mistrial. The second trial, and the reason that it was a mistrial was because they were going to, you know, put these kids at a death penalty, and they found out that the father and the mother were fucking molesting them. And in the second trial, the judge was a real asshole. And the OJ Simpson trial that just had happened OJ was found not guilty, okay? When that happened, this is in the same area, don't forget. When that happened, there was pressure on this judge by the county of wherever it was, the same exact county, that there was pressure on this judge that this be swift and fast and this person gets prosecuted. These people get prosecuted.
Yeah.
So he threw a lot of shit out of court that was in the first trial that should have been in the second trial that would have probably found them guilty by reason of insanity or whatever.
They got away with it? Wow.
What?
They got away with it?
No, they didn't get away with it. They're still in jail to this fucking day. Okay? I mean, listen, they brutally killed their parents. But they legitimately, and after watching this movie, this show, which was a mini-series, after watching this, it legitimately changed my outlook on that case that I've been watching for fucking years since the 90s and knew about, because I didn't know all these little secret things that happened that nobody, basically reported about.
Right. Listen, wah. Sometimes you get jerked off by your uncle. So
wow. Oh man, it was brutal shit, man. Brutal fucking shit. That's to this kid. And it was sad what happened to these guys. Nobody should kill their parents, but still, it was like, if you put yourself in that position, you probably would have did the same fucking thing. Because
but that's just fucking disgusting.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Sick and twisted.
But if you guys want to see some crazy, crazy shit, go check out that mini-series too, man. It's fucking really good. The Menendez brothers.
Yeah, they were writing in the chat before. I don't know if you guys, who doesn't remember Blockbuster, right?
Oh my God,
you used to go there where you bring your date, get some fucking snacks.
Fucking Buster, guys. Oh, hell yeah. And even in the 80s, it wasn't Blockbuster in the 80s. It was more of a mom and pop type of deal in the 80s, because cassette tapes just came out, you know what I mean? And were like the new thing, When they first came out, man, it was crazy because now you can watch whatever the fuck you want at home. Which
you remember
never happened
RKO
before.
Video?
Yeah, RKO Video. Yeah, hell yeah.
One that had the elevator and fucking on Hempstead Turnpike.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, man. There was a lot of cool shit back in the 90s that we took for granted, But now it's like instant movies every second, no problem. 1, 2, 3, instant fucking movies. It's sick what it is now. Yep. You don't need to leave your house anymore to rent a movie anymore. It's just,
to do anything.
Honestly, you don't, man. You really don't need to even leave your house.
Get an Uber driver.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It really is. It's a new day and age compared to the 90s, and a lot of people were saying that the 90s were the last great era, which I don't know about that, but
we can make it great again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think so. Not like it was, man. I mean, when we were kids in the 80s and 90s, you had songs like this.
Yeah.
This one goes out to
Shell. What's up, Shell? This one goes out to Shell.
Shell.
Rock your body, baby. All right. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I said, oh my God, I'm gonna suck some cock. I said, oh my God, I'm gonna be so gay. Yeah. I said, oh my God, I never knew this guy would turn into a big singer. Are you bagging up? Yeah. Are you a homo? No. Are you totally gay?
Yeah. I mean, listen, this song was fucking number one in the 90s in like, I think it was like 98, 99.
Like on TRL?
Oh my God, yeah, dude. This was like
back in the day.
You had them and what was the other one? Backstreet Boys.
NSYNC.
This is NSYNC right here, I think. Right?
Backstreet.
No, this is Backstreet. Yeah.
They actually say it.
Backstreet. All right.
Billy Ricky calls them the Fag Street Boys.
The Fag Street Boys.
Billy Ricky.
Serious, man. Like, what in the fuck, man, happened?
Remember Howard Stern made a parody of them?
Did he?
And they were the Backside Boys.
The Backside Boys. That's fucking great.
So we listened to Weird Al Yankovic back in the 90s too.
We're the Backside Boys. Yeah. The Backside Boys. We're the fucking Backside Boys.
So yeah, we have a couple more stories to cover. We got some TV shows. Let's talk about some TV shows, man. What do you think of the TV shows in the 90s? What was your favorite TV show in the 1990s or like late 90s?
Good question.
You know, what was your what you used to watch? What do you say, Filthy? What did you used to watch in the 90s?
Fucking Seinfeld, man.
Yeah, you were a big Seinfeld guy?
Seinfeld is fucking hilarious, dude. Hilarious. And fucking changed the game because it was the show about nothing.
Yeah, Seinfeld. Yeah, you're right about that. You're definitely right about that.
Dude, let me tell you something. Larry David is a fucking genius.
Oh, he is.
Genius, dude.
Yeah, he is, man.
And if you watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, if you don't watch, actually, what I should say, if you don't watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, what are you doing with your life?
I know.
It's fucking. And this season may be the funniest season of all time, the one that's going on right now. Holy shit!
Yeah, it's been a good season, man. It's been definitely a good season. Definitely a good season. It's a funny fucking show. Why don't you guys both talk? I'm gonna get another cup of coffee real quick.
All right.
Why don't you go over one of those news stories?
You should give yourself a coffee enema.
I'm gonna put it in my asshole, dude. Yeah. I got Windows 95 getting ready to boot up here, guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go spread a pencil panthon. Pencil panthon.
Wonderful.
What they used to call those? What they used to call those from the 90s? The pencil tampon. I'm gonna go put one in my ass. I'll be right back.
You gonna put a Palm Pilot in your ass?
Pencil panthon. Get you guys talk. Get it's a pencil fucking whatever the fuck. Fuck you.
Just stop. All right. So I got to say for my favorite show, well, one of my favorites, Boy Meets World. All right. That was one of the best fucking TV shows ever. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You know, I'm sure there's people out there that love that show and they just don't admit it.
Wasn't there an interracial relationship in that show or something?
Yeah, with Sean and Angela.
It's funny because the reason I know that is I grew up with a really, really, really racist father.
Right.
And my sister was, she was young in the 90s. She was born in 93. And he was like, you're not watching this fucking propaganda. This fucking, like he was saying all kinds of shit about it because of that interracial.
World?
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Like
that's harsh. It's a fucking TV show, you know?
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. My father started a war when my mother brought home green ketchup one night. He started a fucking war. But he goes, it's green ketchup, and what's the fucking next thing? God. I was like, really? Fucking serious? You're going to start a fight over green fucking ketchup?
Damn, man. That's crazy. So what other shows do you like back in the 90s? Simpsons. How about that? Simpsons
Dude,
and
how about Ren and Stimpy?
Ren and Stimpy. Wow, was that Nickelodeon? That was back in the day.
Dude, Ren and Stimpy, to me, is like the grandfather of like Adult Swim. Like that was the first cartoon that. Well, I mean, I guess The Simpsons really was.
Well, like that crossed the line a little bit.
Right. They were getting really weird with shit on Ren and Stimpy, and that's why I loved it.
It was definitely more for adults than it was for children.
Right.
No doubt about it. It was definitely a good show.
Ren and Stimpy's. If you're out there, go find Ren and Stimpy's lost tapes, where they curse and shit, and you think the material was fucked up first. Go watch the lost tapes, dude. It is really fucked up.
Listen, I got a show that everybody fucking
Lost
knows.
tapes of what?
Of Ren and Stimpy.
Of Steve.
Oh
Urkel,
yeah, that
Family
was
Matters.
fucking Steve Urkel.
Did I do that?
Did I do that? Hey guys, remember this from the 90s? So real quick, I apologize. I was not on Monetize This last night.
Yeah, what happened?
My daughter.
I accept your apology.
Well, I should apologize to everybody who watches Monetize This and Joe and everybody. I'm sorry. Didn't make it last night because I had a sick kid and I was prepping her to lay down at the right time so I can go on to Monetize This. And by the time I got everything ready, she fucking threw up on the couch, had to clean that up. Then you ever get your kid all cleaned up, showered, clean up everything, right? Garbage, garbage bags and everything, cleaning up, throw up the whole nine. Get her into the shower. Get her all showered up, get the PJs back on, put her in her bed now. Nice and comfy, all brand new stuff on the bed and all this and that. And then all of a sudden, 5 minutes later, throw up on the bed. Right? That's the type of night you have. So I had that type of night.
That sucks.
After that, she wouldn't leave my side. So she laid down in the living room where I do the show from. And I go to jump on, and the whole time she's in the background crying and moaning that she wants me to lay down with her. So then I decide to lay down for a little with her, and next thing I know, it's 5 in the fucking morning.
Oh, so you passed out?
Yeah, I passed out with her, and I didn't call Joe. I didn't do anything. I just passed the fuck out. I apologize, everybody. Sorry about that. I'll be back next week.
Happens.
We got a crazy week coming up as far as the channel and the shows and everything that's going on. Tonight, we're going to be doing Corrupted right after this with Joe Cronin. He's going to be on, too, covering the wrestling that's going on tonight. They're bringing back some of the old stuff. You want to talk about the 90s? Well, one of the things they used to do in the 90s was the Survivor Series. And they also, which is going to happen this weekend, WWE pay-per-view, which you're going to see all that on Joe Cronin's channel, the review, everything. Go check it out over there. And also what they're doing on NXT is really cool. They're bringing back War Games, which was with 2 rings and all the shit that WCW used to do back in the day, which I used to love. It was really fun to watch back then. You had like all the greats that were in WCW back then. And it was fun. War Games was the shit. So they're doing that throwback shows this weekend. So Joe's going to be covering that. Go over there and check that out on the Joe Cronin channel, on the Corrupted channel, Corrupted podcast channel. He's going to be reviewing all that shit. As a matter of fact, he's coming on in a little while, so go over there and check that out. What else? We're going to be taking your phone calls very soon within the next 5-10 minutes. I'm going to take your phone calls, guys. Call in. Tell us what you think about the 90s when you graduated, you get your first blowjob. What happened in the 90s for you? What you liked about it. Yeah, the whole deal. Come on and tell us what you feel, what the deal was with you in the 90s.
It's funny that you say that because I did get my first suck job in the 90s.
Of course, man. I got my first kiss, first everything in the 90s, man.
First kiss was at the 90s.
You guys, it was for me.
Right?
It was for me, man. I was 14 years old. I was born 77, so you do the math. It was 1990. So.
That's the question I got for you guys.
Yeah.
What?
Did you ever fuck to the show Roseanne?
Never.
To the show Roseanne?
Never. Yeah. Never fucked to the show Roseanne. Why would I do that?
Roseanne Barr?
Why would I fuck to that fucking ugly devil worshipping fat fuck?
Oh, come on.
Guys, look at this. We're going to take your phone calls in 5 minutes. I want to cover this last piece of news that we have. And
I used to jerk off to a lesbian daughter, by the way.
Oh. The last piece of news we have right now from the 90s, except we have a couple more news articles from boys and stuff, but look at this one, guys. This was the Gulf War. the fucking Gulf War, guys. Now, this was the war that was the first war over there. In case you don't remember, we went there twice. The first time we went was with Bush's father, who eventually got the job done, his son. But the father went after fucking Saddam, the first one. And you had all your characters come out of that. You had General Schwarzkopf. You had fucking, who else? What's that guy's name who served under Bush Senior? No, Bush Junior.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Remember?
Are you talking about the Secretary of Defense, Rumsfeld?
No. The black guy who was one of the generals.
Fucking Colin Powell.
Colin Powell, yep. He was in the first Gulf War. He was one of the generals in the war. And it was like it was no ground troops whatsoever. It was all from the air. The ground troops went in, but they were on the outskirts of Iraq. They were covering in Kuwait. And Iraq went into Kuwait and fucking just slaughtered them. Like, honestly, just beat the fuck out of them. And then, of course, you know, America, the world police, we had to step in.
The big bully.
Yeah, we had to step in because we got to know what's going on everywhere. I mean, how dare you do something without us knowing, you know? So we had to step in, and here's a little report from back then.
Just 2 hours ago, Allied air forces began an attack on military targets in Iraq and Kuwait. These attacks continue as I speak. Ground forces are not engaged. This conflict started August 2nd when the dictator of Iraq invaded a small and helpless neighbor. Kuwait, a member of the Arab League and a member of the United Nations, was crushed. Its people brutalized. 5 months ago, Saddam Hussein started this cruel war against Kuwait. Tonight, the battle has been joined. This military...
There's more.
World News Tonight with Peter Jennings.
Good evening. The deadline has come and gone. The Iraqis are living on what President Bush calls borrowed time. It is no longer whether the war will start, but when. They know that in Baghdad as well as in Washington, there is a rumor.
Into the upper reaches of the sky from the ground.
Okay, Gary, thank you very much. We are thinking about you as well. In Baghdad this morning, a sign at the Times, taxi drivers were asking more than $200 to drive to the Turkish border.
$150.
$185 more than last week, and the border has now been closed by the Iraqis. And a little while before the broadcast tonight, ABC's Gary Shepard reported that Baghdad's 4 million citizens are very aware of the danger. There is very little...
Up with these flashes continually.
Is it far in the distance, Gary?
Occurring, and now we can see an obvious tracers in the sky. Planes now coming toward this hotel, and flashes. The sound of flash and flares. Obviously, an attack is underway of some sort. It appears that there is tracer fire coming up from the ground, and an incredible panorama.
Has he got an oscillating fan in his asshole? Jesus.
How close is it to the city where you are, Gary?
We now see an entire stream of red tracer fire.
Would they have a fake scene behind them?
And that's how it sounded in the 1990s, man.
Probably did that in the studio.
This was the first Gulf. Well, a lot of the studio shit from this, guys, if you want to look this up, go on YouTube and look up fake broadcast from Gulf War, the original one, and you will see some mind-boggling shit that you're like, what the fuck? Why the fuck did
fake scenes behind
why did they do that?
Fucking reporting the news.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking really weird. I'm like, why would they even bother?
Hashtag fake news.
It really was, man. It was like totally being acted out by this dude, and you see it like right there in front of your face, man. Fucked up, dude.
That was back in the day, so
yeah,
you could just imagine.
Crazy.
And you could tell the news was instructing us how we should feel about the war. You know what I mean? They were telling us that we should fucking it's just a great thing. Look at how wonderful it is. Oh, really? Okay.
Shoving it right down our throat.
But you see, one thing Bush's father realized that his son didn't is that if we would have took out Saddam Hussein, that it was going to fucking, go into chaos and 5 different factions of fucking Muslims going to fight for fucking power.
Yeah, and that's what ended up happening.
Fucking goon.
Right.
Yep. That's what ended up happening, man.
Hey, you cunt.
The melted fucking Game Boy.
Yeah, you know what that's from? That's from the Gulf War. That's actually from that original Gulf War. That was one of the soldiers' Game Boy that he had with him, and their base that they were on in the desert basically got bombed from like mortars, and that's what happened to his Game Boy. And it's now in a museum, that Game Boy in Washington, in the War Museum.
Do we know how many casualties, American casualties, were in this war?
I don't know, but I could Google it real quick because
I would say it's no. I would be shocked if it was over 10.
I love this music tonight, man. Are we opening the phone lines up?
Yeah, we're gonna open up the phone lines up definitely right now. We'll take the first caller right now. 973. What's up? You're on the Foulmouths Network.
Yo, what's up, man?
What's up? Who's this?
Yo, I'm a couple of blue moons in, but
yeah.
What's up, man?
Nice.
How you doing?
What's going on, bro?
It's been a while, dog. If I'm not 150% coherent right now, it's because of the blue moon. But
wait, you're a few hundred blue moons in.
No, a few hundred.
I kind of mixed with the blue moon and the Yingling.
Ooh.
There you go.
Never mix the Yingling with the blue moon. You never mix.
You
Never.
Some blue moon on your dingling.
My son is true. My son, true WWE champion, motherfucker.
Yep, but Ken.
Yes, sir.
You know what I like? What you do on your show?
What?
You put on those. What's that fat guy's name? Tommy. When you put on those soundboard clips of him. I have African American friend.
I know, man.
Oh man.
$150. $150.
That one on for me real quick.
Yeah, which one you want to hear? You want to hear this one?
Oh, I have African American friends. I don't know what this guy's talking about.
Fucking Tommy, man.
What about my personal favorite? You want to hear my personal favorite? Yeah, wait. Let me see if we can find it real quick. My personal favorite is... Oh, well, there's two of them. There's two of them, but I'll play you the first one first. This is the first one.
Oh, yeah, it's coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love that one. And then I absolutely fell in love with this one because it's one of my, and I know this is some people's favorites right here. This has got to be some people's favorite right here. You ready?
Since we're getting cranked off here in the interview,
that's all right.
I love that one, dude. Like, who the fuck says that in an interview? Since we,
no, the African American one is the hilarious one.
Tommy is definitely unique.
I mean, that one is fucking hilarious too, definitely.
Because,
you know,
I mean, who doesn't have African American?
I know, it's like in this day and age, why would you even fucking say something like that? You know,
it's like he's looking for a pass.
I don't.
I'll
tell you this. And I'll tell you this. Out of you three, as in you, Bailey, and that other guy, I think
Who's the other guy?
Who do
you know the other guy?
Joe.
Oh.
Yeah. I like you the most. You know why?
How come?
Because I could compare myself mostly to you, even though you're older than me.
Yeah, what year were you born?
Oh, trust me, 95. You wanna talk about the 90s?
I graduated that fucking year, dude.
Feeling the love tonight, man.
But cause like we live in the tri-state area. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, okay. You're also from New York?
Jersey.
Oh, nice, man.
But
we got a lot of people from Jersey that call this show, man.
That's the neighbor.
Yeah, I know.
Believe it or not.
Nah, but you're cool, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I don't know why you don't like Joe or something. Like, what's going on with that? You don't like Joe?
I think you know my voice.
I don't know if I swear to God, I don't know your voice, brother.
Look, I'll tell you this, man. I have no problem with Joe, but because I asked him a simple question, he had a little bitch fit. But that's all I'll say. I don't want to bring that up. You know what I mean?
All right, I got you.
You know, so it went, whatever. I ain't
Sorry
mad.
to hear that, man.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
listen, let me tell you, man. I'm not defending anybody, but you know, you got like if it's something that was like a little inconspicuous, like little thing, you know, you just with this love music on, you just let it flow away, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why I'm not gonna say.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
That's it, man.
you know
Just
what I
gotta
love
keep it
about your Saturday show?
What?
The fucking music you put on. What's that first song you put on?
What to open up
the bass?
Nah, the Insomniac one.
Oh, yeah. You know, I didn't play that tonight. I'm gonna play that leaving. That's
you
by.
didn't?
I didn't play it tonight. No, man. That's funny you said that because I normally play it on Insomniac, but it's from Moto and it's called Insomniac. It's here on YouTube and
Wow, he really
SoundCloud.
did have a Blue Moon tonight.
No,
Shout
I
out
really
to
did,
him.
but like every Saturday I usually go out, but this Saturday I didn't. And usually I put on your show as I'm going to my girl's house, pick her up.
Yeah.
So I love putting that song on, man.
Yeah, that song's good, man. He fucking
It is, like-
he did a hell of a
bullshit,
song
I
on
like
that one.
The beginning part when he uses like some old clips.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
I like that.
I got a question for the
Did your
caller.
girl ever suck your dick during to that song?
Oh, there you go.
No, not yet, but I have yet to try.
Well, dude, thank you for calling in, man.
Wait, hold on. Lucky Low had a question for him.
Oh, go ahead, Luck.
Oh,
Yeah,
I just
Lucky.
want to know what was your favorite part about the 90s?
The 90s? Well, I was born in the 90s, so that's my favorite
You
part.
were very young, man. Like
Come on.
going into the
Your
90s.
favorite part was your face rubbing
Was
against
yourself?
your pussy.
Oh, we got Sarah with a donation. Sarah with the donation on the super chat. What does she got to say? Let's hear what she's got to say. Let's hear it.
Love ya, everyone. Takeover is amazing or awesome.
Oh, nice. Take her on.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah, that's another thing, Ken. Sorry to interrupt, but I've donated to you back then, and that's one thing. I don't know if anybody has told you, but the voice, the girl that talks,
Yeah.
the donation voice, it's like very light when you're listening to it. Like on the phone, I could hear it clearly.
Oh, really? But in like the repeat on the show, it's not that loud?
On the show, when you're listening to it, you can barely listen to it.
Oh, that's weird, man. That's weird because it's so fucking loud on the show. I got to fix that then. Thank you for telling me about that. My wife actually mentioned something to me on that, and I was like, I thought I fixed it, but apparently not.
Because like before, the issue was that if you put any curse words, the
Yeah.
chick wouldn't talk.
Yeah, that was fucking crazy.
I could like barely listen to it when she talked.
Oh, I got to fix that then. Thanks for the heads up, dude. I'll just have everybody read it off until we fix that. Thanks, man.
but,
I appreciate it.
Keep it up, man. You know, I like you guys. You guys are hilarious.
That's awesome, man.
Like I said, I could compare you to you the most.
Well, thank you, dude. I appreciate it, man.
Enjoy the Blue Moons tonight, man. Have a good night.
Yeah, brother.
I'm sorry, man. Oh, and Filthy.
Yeah.
Fuck you, you fucking.
Get it in.
Nice, man. Peace out, brother. All right, man. We also got Mustafa on the phone.
I won't deny ya. I'm a straight rider. You don't want to fuck
With me. That's in the trunk with me. What's going on, man? What are you doing?
Dude, what am I doing? First of all, high as a kite. Actually, no, that's a lie. I'm actually about to go to this concert that's going to make me high as a kite.
Yeah.
But I'm just digging the 90s vibes right now. So.
Nice, man. Nice.
Yo, Rostafa, you got Joey Diaz to fuck with you on my Twitter, huh?
Swear. Yeah.
That was fucking hilarious. Did you know that, Lo?
Joey Diaz.
Joey Diaz responded to my tweet because Rostafa said to go hang out in Essex County, and fucking Joey Diaz says to him, to what? To die of boredom?
Dude, he's definitely one of the best comedians out there, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he is, man. He is.
Yeah, something like that.
I think I see somebody. Oh, dude, call back in. I'll put you on, man. I'll put you on, Brian.
Oh, man.
So Rosavi, you gonna go? Where you gonna be tonight?
Hoboken.
Hoboken. Nice.
You know, bro. You know.
Very nice, man.
Yo, if you listen to the fake news, supposedly there's Sharia law in Hoboken.
Sharia law.
Methods.
Hey, we got Brian on the line too with us right now. Brian, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I graduated in 2004.
Oh, you're a youngin'.
Remember Cone and Noriega? Yeah, New York got the money.
Oh, yeah, baby.
What's going on, man?
Noriega.
Oh, what's up? And then Bone Thugs and Harmony, Eminem, the Slim Shady LP.
Bone Thugs was good, man.
Yeah, Onyx, Naughty by Nature.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah.
Wu-Tang Clan, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yo, you're naming them all, man. There's some really good fucking groups that came out in the 90s, man.
Yo,
Definitely.
Brian, why are you sleeping on Tupac, dog?
Tupac, yeah.
He's in there. There's a lot of names he didn't mention, man. Like Lo, like you said before, Lo, music in the 90s was fucking pretty special, man. It was. You're right, man. It really was.
You were born in the Nickelodeon generation, you know.
I can name all the 90s dance hits music artists.
Oh yeah? And how old are you?
Yeah, you want me
and
to-
you were born in 04.
No, he was graduated in 04.
Oh, I thought he said he was all right. I was like, God damn.
And
So
Corona, Technotronic, Real McCoy, CC Payson, Vega
Oh,
Boy
my
Snap,
God.
Scatman, La Bounce, Lee
The
Click, No
Scatman.
Mercy, Corn Factory.
He's literally naming the Constitution as we speak.
And
my God,
I don't know. I love the 90s.
Listen.
The Crossroads.
You sound very passionate, man.
Listen, when was
the 90s too?
What year was the first time you got a chick shit caught under your fingernails?
Come on, man. Fucking disgusting, man.
That never happened.
What about this? What about this? Right here. What about this right here? Here, listen.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's Aqua. Yeah. And then there was like Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
DJ
Come on,
Lou.
Barbie, let's go party. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Hello? Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
After Hurricane
Barbie
Andrew,
girl,
they made
I'm
that
a Barbie
song,
girl.
like, oh, you know about the tunnel? Like with Big Pun. Man, I know you know about the tunnel.
I'm a Barbie girl. I'm a Barbie girl. Look at me with my clock.
Have you ever met Noriega?
You can touch, you can play, because I'm always yours.
Yo, Ken, have you ever met
In your
Noriega?
body world, imagination, life is your creation. The body's there and touch me everywhere. Imagination, I am your creation.
Jesus Christ.
Go party.
Hey, Ken,
Come
have
on,
you ever
Barbie,
met
let's go
Noriega?
party. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
There's a person on the other line that's trying to talk to me, but he don't even know that I'm singing a song. And he's not saying, hey, Kenny.
You can touch me,
And you can play,
you can fuck me,
and I am gay. I don't wanna touch you,
you finger fuck my asshole.
but I really wanna do that to you. You can touch my hair and touch me everywhere.
I wanna fuck you,
You're not fucking me.
I wanna pull your hair and fuck you everywhere.
You're not touching me. Get the fuck off me.
Come on, Barbie, let's go fuck.
Hello?
Come on, Barbie, let's go fuck.
Ken, have you ever met Noriega?
Sorry, you doing?
The fuck?
Sorry. Now, what were you saying?
Ken,
Yeah.
yo, you ever met Noriega?
I never met Noriega, man.
Oh
my
man, that
God.
would be so cool if you met Noriega. Man,
I know-
Noriega's awesome.
Listen, I met some
Yo,
rappers.
You remember the tunnel?
Of course. The tunnel? Of course we know the tunnel, man. Come on.
Listen, I was talking about the tunnel just today, and what blew my mind, I thought about it. Back in the 90s when I was going to New York City clubs, how there was a girl that'd walk around with a whole thing of cigarettes and sell cigarettes in there. And this is like at a time where you could smoke cigarettes in clubs and shit. You know what I mean?
Did she smoke it out of her ass?
She did.
I wanted to, dude.
Yeah.
She
had
did.
that
She
little
smoked it
pad
right
on
out of
it.
her butthole.
Oof.
That's a turn on.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
like
Guys.
3 packs of cigarettes a day, and then he died in the 90s.
Oh man, that's horrible. Do you guys want to know something that's pretty cool?
What's cool, bro?
You want to hear what's cool? We got the one and the fucking only. The one and the only. Who is it? None other than... Can you guys guess? Mr. Billy Ricky, baby, in the fucking house. What's up, Mr. Billy Ricky?
I almost didn't want to call right that second because that fucking Barbie shit you were just doing was almost made it compete.
The great Billy Ricky, folks. Yeah.
Hey, Billy, how big is your Willie?
Big as show Willie. Hey, yo, kid.
Ever meet Noriega, Billy?
Hey, kid. Hey, Brian. Brian, I'm going to let you go, man. Thanks for calling in. Oh, you already bounced. But shout out to him for calling in, man. That was a good call.
Hey, Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I was just gonna say this before I leave. What you call it? Any TV shows that you liked growing up in the '90s, like whether it be TGIF or like some of the TV game shows.
Hell
like,
yeah, bro.
San Diego.
Hell yeah. I used to love. What the fuck was the name of that again?
Supermarket Sweep.
Holy shit,
Supermarket Sweep. He says.
Nick Arcade. Boy Meets World.
I love the Blossom.
The freaking Family Matters.
Family Matters was awesome, man. Billy Ricky, what did you like growing up?
I'm not gonna lie. When Lowe said "fucking Boy Meets World" earlier,
Boy Meets World, definitely.
Shed a damn tear.
That's right, baby.
Definitely, man.
Mr. Feeney was
Mr. Rostafa, what was your favorite?
Mr. Feeney.
Oh, he left already. Shout out to Rostafa. Look who else we got in here right now calling in. We got the fucking one and only Mr. Corbelli.
It's actually Cobretti.
Cobretti, I'm sorry. Cobretti.
Yeah, you gotta send that to Botchamania.
What's going on, brother?
How you doing, man?
Chilling, man, chilling. What's going on with you?
Yeah, what's up, man? Billy Ricky, what's up, motherfucker?
Billy Ricky and this motherfucker.
What's up, filthy cunt?
What's up, you fucking slut?
So what's going on, man? So what's your favorite thing about the 90s? What do you think? What are you thinking?
Holy fuck, man, dude. When you mentioned about the 90s, I just had a fucking rush of nostalgia for this, man.
Yeah, dude. I did too, man.
Like,
I was
from
getting this
movies, cartoons, obviously wrestling, and fucking video games and shit, and all kinds of shit, too, man.
I was getting this when I was getting this ready. I was like, dude, when I was getting this all ready, I kept like just getting nostalgic as fuck, dude. I really was like, just the music and everything, like, just brought everything back, you know?
The amount of Googling you had to do for this show, Ken, I just imagine how long you spent putting all them...
I was working on it for a while, man. But it's worth it, man. It's worth it to be with you great people and to fucking be able to do this. It's worth every minute of it, man.
That's not what he says off air.
No, that is what I say. It's worth it, or else I wouldn't do it. Hey, listen, when I complain... It's so fucking worth it, man, because I'm a snake in the grass, and I'm a scumbag, and I lie behind everybody's back now. No.
Lizards behind the screen.
There's lizards. Yeah, so what do you like about 90s? What year were you born?
I was born in 89.
Oh, okay, so then definitely you were 10 years old in 98, right?
Yeah.
So you remember a lot about the 90s then, right?
Pretty much, yeah. I still remember bits and pieces of like when I was an infant in Germany, because that's when my dad and my mom were married and we were stationed there.
Oh wow!
I remember, I still have the home movies too, but I still remember like watching. I think this was around the time when Monday Night Raw, the early days of Monday Night Raw, were starting to show up on USA and stuff. I can only barely remember a little bit, but I still remember like seeing Hogan. I still remember seeing Sting with that freaking, that beach cut.
Early 90s wrestling.
That's my favorite version of Sting.
Early 90s wrestling, bro, was the fucking best, dude. It really was,
Let me ask
man.
you a question. What month were you born?
I was born in July.
July. All right.
Gemini?
So
Gemini?
From 88 to 89, you were stationed in your mother's pussy then.
Oh, Jesus. That's what this guy thinks of. You sick fuck. Fucking sicko, man.
You think that's sick? Earlier, you said Germany. It reminded me of this fucked up joke, and if I don't tell it on the show, then I'm keeping it.
All right, go ahead. Tell it. Let's go.
I gotta tell it. Okay, so y'all know Anubis, he has a Volkswagen. I was fucking with him when he left earlier, and I said, hey, you check your ashes gauge yet? He said, what do you mean? Your ashes gauge. You gotta put ashes in. He's like, what do you mean? I said, it's a damn Volkswagen German car. It ain't running unless you get them Jewish ashes up in there.
Oh my God, dude. They're clapping for it, dude. What the fuck, bro?
No. Hitler actually was a big supporter of Volkswagen and had his own car. He just
leave it to Billy Ricky.
Yeah, no, he was. You're right about that. I researched that shit. I researched
I was
that.
talking with him about his
stuff.
Sorry.
I'm gonna get sued for using that.
And the copyright things you're gonna get in your email tonight is gonna.
Oh, I'm getting a ton of copyrights tonight, fellas. There's no doubt about it. But it's all worth it, man. It's all worth it. Cobretti. Did I say it right?
Yeah, you said it right this time.
Cobretti, listen.
Is that really your last name, or is it?
You know what name that is, right? You know what name that is, right?
Yeah, from Cobra.
Cobra. Yeah, dude.
That's where I got my my handle, like my username from.
Dude, that's fucking awesome, because I remember the guy who was his partner being like, Cobretti. That dude,
which
you
is
know?
Poppy from Seinfeld.
Yes. Cobretti.
Right.
Hey, fucking Cobretti.
Couch.
Dude, that movie was great.
That's one of my favorite Stallone flicks.
Yeah,
actually.
dude, that's a
why I
great
was like,
Stallone fic, man. Definitely, man. I can't believe what happened with him. Hey, yo, dude, you say anything to anybody, I bash your fucking
if
skull.
it was Frank, then I believe it. Then I would believe it.
Sylvester, still leave me alone.
Sylvester, still leave me the fuck alone, God. Hey, yo, don't make fun of my last name. You Bob Ryder.
Somebody earlier brought up fucking Contra, man. I fucking
Yes, Contra.
Dude, I'm a fucking Contra mark, okay? Because look, I myself, I do collect games and shit.
Okay.
I have pretty much Contra, Super Contra, Contra 3. I have them in the original boxes.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, and they're fucking now they're damn it. Now
All right, so let's talk Contra now. So the arcade Contra was way shorter of a game than the Nintendo Contra. Nintendo Contra had like 3 more stages.
What they did, and from the conversion from arcade to Nintendo, was that they split some of the stages apart.
Right, they split the 4th stage on the arcade into like 3 different stages because in the arcade it had like 2 or 3 bosses in one stage, and they gave the bosses and the Nintendo version their own stage.
Yeah, they did that. The same thing they did with the sequel Super Contra, which is fucking ridiculous in arcade.
Oh, I know. It's hard as fuck, dude. One of my great accomplishments as a gamer in my lifetime, I had the Nintendo version of Contra on the PSP, and I was flying to Vegas, and I was determined as fuck to beat that game without the fucking 30 live code, and I did it. And I was fucking pumped. I called my cousin. I was like, dude, fucking call Nintendo. I just beat the fucking game without the code.
I done no death runs of Contra and the Super C on NES.
Yeah, fuck that. All you need is a spread gun. And if
The
you got
spread gun, but there's like some stages that are like fucking ridiculous. Like for example, on Contra, there's those flaming pillars that come out, and I fucking hate the patterns of that shit.
Yeah, you're right.
Wasn't Contra actually the 80s though?
No,
yeah,
but
it started in the 80s, but then it went on to the 90s.
Okay.
When it comes to like Super Nintendo, Contra 3 was fucking incredible, and that's the one I remember I have the most memories with.
Yeah,
I mean, we owned Contra and Super C back in the day, but I still remember vividly seeing that opening scene of the game where eventually that got ripped off from Independence Day, where they blow the fucking whole city apart. I'm like, holy shit! And keep in mind, my first console was Nintendo, but I didn't have every game for NES, so there were some games I missed out. So I didn't play the original Zelda. I played Zelda when I was on Super Nintendo and shit like that, and that shit was amazing.
Wow, that's a whole other ball game.
Yeah.
Do you remember the names of the 2 players you played as in Contra?
Well, the thing is, because of there's a lot of weird ass translations from Japan coming here to the US, so they mixed up the names together. But they eventually fixed it by Contra 4 on DS.
PS1 was my favorite console in the 90s.
Resident Evil is one of the scariest fucking games I ever played back then.
So for the arcade Contra, the names of the characters were Lance and Bill.
Lance and Bill, yeah. And then they changed it in Nintendo, Mad Dog and Scorpion. And then there was some kind of fucking
stupid.
Yeah, there was all kinds of confusion between the translation coming in from Japan and shit. So by the time they were like Contra 4 was like, okay, let's just keep this shit fucking on the right track. Because it's like, at this point, I'm like that fucker from It's Always Sunny. Have you ever seen that meme where it's like, you're trying to explain shit, and there's like all kinds of shit all over like the freaking board? Like,
Right.
Post-it notes. That's exactly how it was back then. Trying to figure out everybody's names and figure out the actual story.
Yo, the company who made Contra, Konami, is obviously the company who made fucking Castlevania. They made Metal Gear. They made all these games. And now, that company, that amazing company, Blades of Steel, I mean, Double Dribble, great, amazing games. Now they're making slot machine games on the cell phone. What the fuck, dude?
Fuck is,
dude, filthy.
fucking bullshit.
Hey, did anybody thank ADTR for the donation?
Yeah, I read his fucking donation.
Thank
there.
you, Mr.
I read his name.
ADTR. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
What was it, $2
Listen to this. Remember this?
Oh shit, ODB.
Mr. ODB back in your ass. Yeah. Shit. Talk shit. Nigga suck on my dick.
It's amazing.
You remember the fucking album cover of this? His fucking welfare fucking ID?
Oh my god, yeah, man. Yep. I do remember
another
that.
hustle to ODB.
Let's add another phone call into the mix here. We got we got 826 calling in. What's up, 826?
It's 828.
Oh, sorry.
But I totally jacked off to Roseanne, dude, all the time.
Yes.
Totally. You know, like after she had like the third face job done, you know what I'm saying?
Who doesn't love Roseanne? I mean, come on.
I love that bitch, man. I love her.
Great show.
Nah, this is Mr. Cow. What's up, guys?
What's up, Mr.
Oh, what's
Cow?
up,
Mr.
What's
Cow.
up, guys?
What's going on, bro?
Man, hey, Ken, and I was sorry to hear about your little girl, dude. I caught a stomach virus earlier in the fucking week, and dude, I thought I was dying.
Yeah, dude, that shit's going around right now, man.
I swear to God, dude, and it was so bad. If your little girl had that, dude, my condolences to her, to you, and everybody. I hope nobody else catches that shit.
Thank you,
Because it was like deathbed type shit, man.
Yeah.
I was just like praying, like, fuck you, just take me out of this bitch, man.
You probably got a parasite for meddling in other guys' assholes. That's
Oh my god, come on, man. The fuck, dude. The fuck is wrong with you? That's what he fucking that's what this guy does to the callers. He fucking
So 90s, man, this is fucking awesome. I didn't even know about this thing. I've been out of the loop all fucking week, so this is fucking awesome, man.
Oh yeah, everyone loves the 90s.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Mr. Cow. So how you been, man? How you been, dude? Besides this,
I'm great now. Great
yeah.
now.
That's good to hear,
Yo,
man.
you guys played the Hurricanes today?
I don't keep up with hockey. I'm not even gonna lie, I don't keep up with hockey, man. I was born and raised in the South, dude. Hockey, I didn't
No,
even
no,
know
no.
hockey
He's
was
not.
even a
He's
thing
not.
until I was like fucking
He's not talking hockey.
20.
He's not talking hockey, Mr. Cow.
You play in Miami today?
Who?
Miami. You didn't play in Miami today, Alabama?
Oh, college football.
Oh, now we're talking college football. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Alabama played today.
Oh, fuck Alabama.
Mr. Cow is an Alabama fan.
I'm sorry, Kal-El.
Listen, let me ask you a
Much
question.
respect to you, brother, but
Let me ask you a question real quick, Mr. Cow, because you're one of our older guys that call in, like you know, my age or whatever. You were born when?
yes, sir. I was born in 82.
82. All right, so you definitely remember the 90s like a motherfucker then.
Oh man, it was the best times of my life.
So when did you
Oh,
graduate?
this is
You graduated about 99?
2000.
2000, okay.
Yes,
Okay. So you were in high school for basically the whole late 90s, right?
Yep.
And
right.
was it like, do you consider the 90s your most favorite time or no?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. It was great. It was like, you know, it was coming up and learning everything, you know.
Things were simple.
Yeah, a lot simpler, yeah.
Yeah, I hear
A
that,
lot
man. I hear that. Things
I
get...
know. I liked how you guys were talking about the warfare, like, you know, the Gulf War and everything. And
Yeah.
about the fake news guy. Oh man.
Crazy.
Oh, that could have tied into Foul Play so easy, dude. I was sitting there just like.
Yeah, we
Foul
might
Play
cover that,
the hell
man.
out of that, dude.
We
I
might-
was like-
we
I was
definitely
like,
might
oh,
cover
man,
that, bro.
I never even thought about that shit.
We might cover that for sure, man, because when I saw those reports on that dude, I couldn't believe what this guy was doing, man. It was so fucking blatant. So fake.
Yeah.
So fucking fake. It was a shame.
I
It really was.
I want to look it up so bad.
But a lot of people just look right past it.
Yeah, guys, go look it up. And,
I know.
CNN, Gulf War, fake news. Go look it up, man. It's pretty fucked up.
Wake up.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Come and check out our shows that we do Monday night, guys. You'll hear a lot of that shit. Foul Play Mr. Lucky Low, myself, and Filthy. We do a show where it's like conspiracy theory type stuff and just a lot of like, you know, rabbit hole type shit.
What time is it this week?
Monday night, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock?
8 p.m. sharp.
Monday night, 8 p.m. sharp. Definitely. So, Mr. Cal, man, thanks for calling in, brother. I know you're a big... Well, you have anything you want to tell us about the 90s before you go or anything? You got a story or anything?
Just my favorite part of it was definitely the music, because I'm a big music buff anyway, but the music was just so fucking honest.
It was, man.
The rock, the rap, especially the rap music.
Yeah.
Because it come out as a funky, like, 80s, like, oh, look at us, you know, and it got real. I mean, when Tupac showed up, man, it was just,
Forget it.
It was, you're right, man.
I mean, it was all awesome, but that was... But love the show, man. Love you guys.
Thank you, man.
I'm back to myself now, so I'll be in touch. And,
All right, man. Have a good night.
Thanks,
all right,
Mr. Cal, man.
Peace out,
We'll talk to you soon.
Fuck you, you cunt.
Mr. Cal.
No, on the real, Filthy. I got 4 letters for you, and they don't give a fuck. B-O-O-M.
Oh
shit.
Doom, bro. That shit is...
Oh, man.
Shout out to Mr. Cal. Thanks for calling in. So, Mr.
Dude,
Wait, what?
I was going to say the first time I played Doom was actually on the Sega 32X. I didn't have a computer, so...
32X.
On the 32X. Holy fuck, dude.
Well, I got the Sega CD anyways, though, so...
Yo, Batman Returns on the Sega CD was the shit. And so was fucking NHL Hockey on the Sega CD was the shit.
Oh, my God. NHL Hockey was great on there, man.
I'll tell you what was like... Well, this is my opinion, though. The best game on the Sega CD was Earthworm Jim.
Wow, that was a good game. Awesome. Definitely.
This is coming from somebody who has pretty much every version of the original Earthworm Jim: Genesis, Super NES, Game Boy Advance.
Oh man,
the DSi, and then I found that one on Sega CD, and I could literally say that is hands down the best version of Earthworm Jim 1. And I was a huge fan of that fucking cartoon, which that was voiced by Homer Simpson.
Well, yeah, you're right about that. Yeah,
that's right.
That does Earthworm Jim.
The people that made Wolfenstein actually trolled me on Twitter before.
Why? What'd they do?
Okay, you know back in the day they had that hidden room and it said 1-800-ARDWolf.
Right.
Okay, well I was like being a nerd one day and I said, hey, I tweeted them, I said, hey, Remedy Games, or which I can't remember their fucking name right now because I'm a dumb stoner, but it's one of them old school game companies, and I tweeted them and I said Aardwolf, and they just sent me a picture back of an actual fucking Aardwolf, and it was pretty funny.
Oh shit!
But like I expected them to be like, you know, not even, you know, say shit, but when they sent me, like I didn't know that Aardwolf was a real. And
damn.
I heard the new fucking Wolfenstein's amazing.
Wolfenstein.
It's so bad.
I like Baywatch.
Come and check out the new Wolfenstein.
What the fuck does Baywatch do to Wolfenstein?
The new Wolfenstein.
I was just thinking about it.
The new Wolfenstein. Unbroken Stunden Jukenschein. Scheiße. You've blinded me with Scheiße.
We're talking about video games here. Lucky Low thinking of pussy. What the fuck?
Lucky Low thinking of pussy all the time. Lucky Low. Lucky Low thinking of pussy.
Holy shit.
Lucky Low thinking of pussy. Pussy all night.
Lucky Low make a motherfucker feel right. Lucky Low on motherfucking Monday night. Do that motherfucking foul play shit. Lucky Low every day shit. Motherfucking Lucky Low in the heezy. Talking trash, motherfucker so breezy. Nate from New York, yeah. Said Nate from New York, yeah.
Nate from New York. $2 donation coming in.
Sup guys, 90s music, TV, games, all the best.
What's up, guys? 90s music, TVs, games, all the best. 90s. Shout out to him, brother. Thanks for dropping that donation.
Yo, Lucky Low on the foul shit. Foul play shit, Lucky fucking Low shit. Yeah, come on fucking down to the Lucky Low shit that's going down. He got that foul play shit. Foul play shit. Foul play like, everyday shit. Lucky Low got the crazy shit. Oh shit. Yeah. Lucky Low with a Lucky Low. Lucky Low know how to suck a good dick. Get down with some good shit. Lucky Low is a motherfucking snake. Eat a dick, bitch, all night, every day. Lucky Low, low. You so fake, motherfucker, you slow. Lucky Low.
Oh, shit.
That was
Lay
nice.
low with the how. We got another call coming in here.
Nice.
Let's see who this is. What's up? You're on the Foul Mouths Network.
Who do we got?
We got John in here.
Darling.
John's in the house, John. You got some Gearlic? John? You got some Gearlic? You got some Gearlic?
Hello.
Hello, my lady. Hello, my sugar.
Hello, my darling girl. Hello, my lady. Hello, my darling.
It's 1991. I'm here with Ice Ice Baby. How are you, darling?
Ice baby.
I got MC Hammer and Vanilla Ice fighting it out over here. It's like a Napoleon ice cream, except no strawberry. It's very strange.
It's like a Napoleon ice cream with no cherry. Yeah.
Thank you for the lovely rendition of the song.
Rendition of the song because John's in the house and you know how he does. Billy Crystal meth in the house. If he got a gunshot wound right under his heart, but he's alive. He will never ever let no one take him down. Yeah, John, stay the fuck alive. Cause you gotta fight for your life. He's gotta fight for his life. Take a bullet under the chest. Yes, and come home 3 hours later. He's a fucking survivor. He will never be taken down, John. Billy Crystal fucking meth. Billy Crystal fucking meth. Billy Crystal fucking meth. Oh, Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal on meth.
He likes to farm. Billy Crystal fucking meth. He likes to smell his own farts.
Billy Crystal Meth, what's up, man?
Oh my God, that was so beautiful. I'm still in tears. Give me a moment. I need a tissue.
What an introduction.
I got that on my cell phone.
Now listen, what do you like from the 90s? What did you enjoy in the 90s? What's your story with the 90s?
The 90s was my best decade ever.
Yeah?
Oh my God, I was an undergraduate from 91 to 90.
Hey, I really like this guy. He sounds like Gilbert Gottfried before the cigarettes.
A little bit, you're right. So you graduated what year?
I graduated college from 1990 in 1995.
Wow.
I'm old.
So you graduated college in 95. So you graduated from school in what, 91?
I graduated high school in 91, yes.
Wow. So that's a good time, man. So you
Catholic school and I talked like this. Can you imagine?
Let me tell you something, man. You went through one of the best eras in high school to go through is in the 80s, man. Do you watch that show Stranger Things?
Yes.
And how nostalgic is that show to you? Like being a guy who was in high school in the 80s. That's got to be.
I can't tell you. I get very upset.
I think Billy Crystal's from a different dimension.
I am. I've told you. I'm calling you from my time machine in 1991 right now. I'm with Vanilla Ice, MC Hammer.
He is.
I want to go see Nirvana, so I thought I'd up it another couple of more years. Figure 93. That was a good year for them.
Do you know that the WWE champion is no longer the great what's his face? What's his name again?
Steve Johnson.
No. What's his name lost a couple of weeks ago? Fucking Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal.
No, I had no idea.
He is no longer the champion of the WWE. He lost.
Oh my God.
His father is very pissed off.
Oh dear.
And his father's trying to call in right now. He's trying to call in. I'm going to put him on. Hold on. Let me put him on.
All right. There it is.
My son. This is my son. You talk shit to my son? Talk shit to my son?
Yes?
Hey, I didn't talk shit to your son. What are you talking about? I just made a little song up about him.
You talk shit to my son. I heard you.
No, that's bullshit. I didn't talk shit to your son.
Yes, you did. I heard you talking shit to him. And you say my son is no good? He does not deserve WWE champion?
No, he doesn't deserve it. He sucks. Everybody fucking hates him.
Fuck you, piece of shit. You fucking die. Fuck all you Americans. Fuck you American motherfucker.
He's a Latin.
Fuck you too, man. Don't fucking get mad at Americans just because your son lost.
Fuck all you American motherfucker.
I don't understand why you got to get so mad that your son fucking lost. Just take it. Just take it. Okay? Just fucking take it.
Fuck you, take nothing. You take something. You take my cock on your mouth.
Fuck you, ass. I ain't taking your cock.
Fuck you, you motherfucker.
Fuck you too.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Do you know who you're talking to, asshole?
Fuck you talking to nobody. You're a fucking nobody.
Fuck you, asshole. This fucking piece of shit, man. Believe this shit? I'm gonna fucking hang up on him. I'm hanging up on him. I'm gonna fucking hang up on you.
Don't you hang up on me, motherfucker. Fuck your fat motherfucker. You're a fat motherfucker.
You piece of shit. Fucking scumbag.
Fuck you're a scumbag.
I said you're a scumbag.
I say you're a scumbag.
I fuck you, asshole.
Fuck your mother.
Hang up on that asshole.
Your mother, wow.
Piece of shit.
Yo, by the way,
scumbag.
Speaking of wrestling, on this day in 1993, WWF boss Vince McMahon was charged with steroid distribution.
Ooh, on this day, guys. On this day. This very day. 1993. Wow. Wow. That's pretty fucked up.
Hey, guys, I'll be right back.
Where are you going,
go
my
fuck
friend?
yourself, would you?
Where the fuck are you going?
Cunt.
You don't... Sorry. Yeah, it's fucked up. And this day, huh? So, what's today's date? The
November 18th.
18th, huh?
Yep.
Wow, man. November 18th. What was the year?
93.
Wow, 1993, huh? That does, I remember that, man. That's when everybody started, like, really bouncing from the WWE and going over to WCW at that point. Remember that?
And now they're testing for steroids now, right?
I think so, yeah. I think they're testing for it now.
Yeah, but are they really? Or they just test?
No, actually, it's funny you said that because I watched the documentary, the 30 for 30 on Ric Flair, right?
Flair? Yeah.
And inside that 30 for 30, Triple H is telling Flair that his son, who winded up dying of an overdose, he says in that, like, we had him up here, he was trying to get in the WWE, and, we would go to him and tell him, Rick, like, this came up on your son's, drug test, and Rick would be like, no, there's no way. I asked him, that's it. He must have, it's got to be a GNC thing or something. And then then Triple H makes a remark like this and goes, I then told Rick, listen, I'm gonna test him again. The test is coming now. I'm gonna test him again. Like, tell your son to be clean. So for a fact that can happen within the WWE. They can tell people, hey, you're getting a test coming to you. So they do test, but I think it's the kind of thing where they go to the athletes first and they say, listen, it's in December, you got a test coming up. Make sure you're fucking clean, type of thing. So,
well, especially if it's Ric Flair. You know what I mean? You give.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, like, Roman Reigns has been caught a couple of times with this shit. There's a couple of guys that are in the WWE right now, active, who have been caught with, taking, certain things.
Steroids?
I don't necessarily think you can call them steroids nowadays because they change so rapidly. Week by week, there's a new steroid that's out that has a different name that's not considered a steroid. But it really is.
Do steroids. They're getting beat up. They need to heal. Like, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Like, it's all.
Well, you know how people, you know how it is. Listen, you get in your car and you drive around and you don't want to wear your seatbelt, right? What happens? You get a fucking ticket, right? You get a ticket because it's your life, first of all, that you're risking by not wearing that seatbelt. But yet they could go and say, well, you know what? You didn't wear the seatbelt. Now we're giving you a ticket. Why do you care what the fuck happens to me? You know what I'm saying? Why do you care what happens to me? That you got to give me a fucking ticket for it,
Another way to make fucking money.
Exactly. Like, so like, that's like almost the same thing. Like, why do we have to fucking worry what happens to them? But they do, because you see guys like Ric Flair, you see guys like all these, Roddy Piper, you see guys that are falling apart as we speak before our eyes that were wrestlers in the 80s and 90s that are just, look at fucking Bret Hart. Bret Hart used to be one of the most fittest fucking athletes in the world. Look at him. The guy's fucking had strokes, heart attacks. He's fucking falling apart.
Yeah, but I think that has less to do with steroids and more to have to do with bashing his fucking head apart.
No, I think it's got more to do with the fucking steroids, dude. I really do, man.
And
like
maple syrup.
a lot of these
look at
wrestlers,
Sylvester Stallone.
they
He's
die
been
at such a
steroids
young
for life.
age. Well, because listen, when you stop doing the steroids, that's when you lose it all. That's when everything goes to mush. But when you continue to do them, you can do them all the way into your old age, 80 years old, and you'll still be fucking. You will look younger than you're supposed to look. You will look fitter than you're supposed to look. Like, I think doing it and nonstop doing it and keep doing it actually lets you live longer than it would as opposed to like doing it and then stopping.
Makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that like basically that most of these wrestlers we're seeing fucking rot away right now at such a young age because of the steroids that they stopped doing at a certain
It's
point.
actually healthier for you to do steroids at 40. Start them at 40. Than
Yeah,
it is in
because
your
then it
20s.
definitely does help you because in your 20s and your 30s and shit, your body's at its full peak. You know, like
Right.
why
You
even
testosterone.
You're fucking
Yeah.
with your endocrine system, which produces
exactly?
hormones.
Why even fuck with it? You know?
Smoking meth in 1989. I've been fucking up ever since. So.
What year did you start smoking cock?
Oh my god, dude! What the
You might
fuck?
want to ask your mother when the year she started.
I'll tell
I
you what
started
year.
around the same time.
Tell you what year. It was around probably 1970.
Guys, look what I got on
I
tonight.
wasn't alive yet, but I was there.
Guys, look what I got on tonight. Look what shirt we got on right here. The Corrupted Podcast shirt, guys. It's going to be coming on in a couple of hours. Go over to the Joe Cronin Patreon if you want to listen to the show live. If you want to hear the show on a repeat, you could literally go on your Alexa and you could say, play Corrupted Podcast. And it fucking comes up and starts playing Corrupted Podcast, latest version of it. That's on there.
AI technology.
So check that out. If you guys want to hear the Corrupted Podcast, go to your Alexa and say Corrupted Podcast into it, and bang, there it is. We're going to be doing the Corrupted Podcast, in the next 2 hours? So like I said, head over to the Joe Cronin Patreon. If you're not a Patreon member, go drop the $2 minimum. Get in there. Drop him more than the $2 minimum. All the shit that guy does, I mean, he deserves everything he gets, man. So big shout out to Joe Cronin. The guy is on here. His channel is one of the most active channels here on YouTube. The guy pours his heart and soul into his channel and into his Patreon. So go check that out and show him some love if you haven't. We also got a cool Patreon too. Come and check it out. We're going to be releasing a show tonight on the Patreon right after this show. So those of you who have the Patreon will see a brand new show coming on there tonight. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You'll find out if you're on the Patreon. You're going to love it. It's a good show. We put it together earlier today, Mr. Lucky Low. So you'll get a kick out of that. Tomorrow we'll be back with the football show at 11 o'clock Eastern time zone. Come and check it out if you love football and you got nothing to do on Sunday morning before the games start. Come and check it out. Me and Mr. Filthy Mouth Gamer are doing our picks and going over the games and all that shit. Tomorrow night, we're not going to have the Dead Talk tomorrow night. There's no Dead Talk tomorrow night. We're canceling that for tomorrow night, so we are going to release a video instead of that, so look for that. Monday, we will be back with Foul Play with Mr. Lucky Low. And I think, Filthy, you're on for this Monday?
Yes.
And Filthy will be there this Monday. Also, Wednesday night, we are going to be on Wednesday night. We're doing a special show, guys. It's going to be, you ready for this? The 80s special. Thanksgiving Eve night, 1980s, guys. So those of you out there who want to do an 80s show, we're doing the 90s tonight. We're going to be doing the 80s this fucking Wednesday for Thanksgiving Eve. It's also my wife's 40th birthday party. So we're going to have her coming on. She's going to come on for the first time and come live on the show for you guys. That's going to be sick. I'm dead.
His mind's in the gutter.
I'm just kidding. But she is going to be on the show, wish her happy birthday, and have a whole birthday bash 80s / fucking show. So look for that on Wednesday for Foul Mouths Live. And I'm just going over the schedule because this is where it gets tricky. Thanksgiving is this Thursday. So we're going to start doing the United States of JB on the channel. It's not going to be this Thursday. It's going to be the following Thursday after Thanksgiving will be the first show, and that'll run every consecutive week after that on Thursdays.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be cool that JB's bringing his style over to the Foul Mouths. We're going to mix it together and see what we get, and we'll see what happens with that. I think it's going to be fucking awesome. So those of you who are JB fans and Foul Mouth fans, this will be pretty cool. I hope you guys like it. That's going to start in 2 weeks. And what else? Saturday, Insomniac. Okay, here's the deal. I am going to be in Atlantic City, New Jersey this Saturday with my wife. Anybody in Jersey that wants to hang out, come and meet us in New Jersey, Atlantic City. If you guys are in the tri-state area, we're going to be in Atlantic City. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on the email. You got the foulmouths email below if you guys don't know it. I will be in Jersey area if you guys are around. And so there won't be any Insomniac next Saturday. So I'm letting you guys know that now. We'll probably do something maybe Sunday night or something, something to make up for it. We'll either have a video or something to make up for it. But it won't be on this next Saturday. So, which sucks. I get pissed that we're not going to be doing it, but I got to take the wifey out for her birthday. So that's going to definitely happen. And we'll have a drink with you if you're in the New Jersey area. So, what else? What else we got coming up? And I think that's pretty much it. As far as for the Corrupted podcast next week, I don't think I'm going to be on it. I have to let them know tonight that next week I'm probably not going to be on it because I'm going to be with my wife for that in Atlantic City. But so next Wednesday, 80s show. I'm going to have foul play. I'm going to have the football tomorrow, and no dead talk. So we skip one show. It's not a big deal. But yeah. I guess we'll take some more phone calls, guys, if you want to call in.
Wait, hold on one second. Billy Ricky, you still here?
Yeah.
I got something for you right now. You ready?
Yo.
On this day, November 18th, in 1990, the 40th NASCAR Sprint Cup was won by Dale Earnhardt.
Oh, shit, on this day?
Shit, on this day, huh?
God damn, Filthy, that's actually badass. Thank
you. That is pretty cool, man.
I know a lot about NASCAR, but not all the facts.
I can do better than that. I'm in my time machine now. I'll go to 1990 and I'll talk to Dale for you.
Hey, if you're going to do that,
I love Billy Crystal.
let me know if he gets through his head to wear a full face helmet and to get that neck brace on. Fucking, get it on.
I will let him know right now. I will tell him you're concerned. Stay tuned.
Tell him I'm not trying to tell him how to live his life, but if there's a reasons why I tell him
Look,
this shit.
darling, we understand. We know you love him. Relax. We know it's nothing sexual. You're just a fan. We understand. Make yourself comfortable there. Let me get my machine. I'll go to November 17th, 1990, the day before this event happened, and I'll tell him to wear a helmet, possibly a condom. All right, I'll be back.
630. What's up?
Get the damn motor started. Vanilla! Put the cocaine down.
Hey, 630, what's up? You're on the Foul Mouths Network.
What's up, FM, man? It's Ray Rollins. How y'all doing tonight?
Ray Rollins, what up, buddy?
What's up?
Not much, man. Not much. I gotta say, my favorite thing about the 90s, Mortal Kombat, man. That's my favorite.
Oh, yeah, Mortal Kombat.
I'm a big fan of that shit.
Yeah, we mentioned that before. Mortal Kombat was fucking...
Killer Instinct is way better, buddy. Fuck off.
What is that? What the fuck was that?
I'm just kidding, man. I'm just fucking with you.
No, hold on. Say that again. I didn't even hear you.
I said Killer Instinct is way better, man.
Killer Instinct?
Killer Instinct.
Killer Instinct.
Hey, Ray Rollins. Ray Rollins. Hey, Rollins. Rollins. That was just a...
Getting same joke. I mean, it's a joke.
Hey.
Oh, joke.
Hey, you know what, though? That's cool, though, because I can handle it.
Yo, Ray Rollins, I gotta be honest. We play Mortal Kombat, I'll fuck your ass up with Sub-Zero.
Yo, you know what?
Fuck your ass up with Sub-Zero.
Filthy. You say you gonna fuck me up, man? I'll fuck you up with Liu Kang, boy.
Get him, Ray. Liu Kang. Liu Kang wins. Yo, what about this? Listen.
Liu Kang wins. Babality. Get over here. Get over here.
I'll fuck your ass up with Ray.
You know what, Filthy? I seen you on Twitter with
Fatality.
days ago. Y'all both on PS4. Guess what? I'm on PS4 too.
Fatality.
So you know what? Hey, I'm on a challenge. If you send me accept, I need to be a little back down.
Fatality. Oh yeah. I have African American friends.
I have African American friends.
Hey, you know what? Though, speaking of African American, man, my number one sitcom, well, besides Family Matters, I gotta say is Martin from the '90s. Martin.
Oh, hell yeah!
Listen, I was a huge Fresh Prince fan. I was a huge Fresh Prince man.
Yeah, Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince was good too. I love me some Fresh.
That was an entertaining fucking show. That Fresh Prince, man. And
Uncle Phil was the shredder.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. In Living Color was another great fucking show that was around back then. The Wayans Brothers.
Wayans Brothers. Yo, I was watching that a couple days ago. They played that on MTV. So
yeah, they're still doing good things. The Wayans Brothers. They're still doing good things. Mr. Ray Rollins, thanks for calling up, buddy.
All right, thanks for having me on, Kenny.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. That's
right,
Ray. Peace out, man. Mr. Ray Rollins.
Ken, earlier when you were doing that Jamaican accent, it's literally you're Jamaican.
Jamaican. I'm Jamaican. 865. What's up? You're on the Foulmouths Network.
Well, hey, Ken, it's only Josh Hinkle.
Holy shit. It's the one and it's the only Mr. Josh fucking Hinkle, baby. Josh Hinkle with the dinkle, baby. Josh Hinkle, baby. What's up, Josh? I haven't spoken to you in a while, man. How you been?
I'm alright. Just listening to the show and love the 90s.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. We're going to be doing the 80s on Foulmouths Live on Wednesday, which is going to be a Thanksgiving Eve rock-out show, man. We're going to be doing some fun shit. Yeah. So what have you been up to, man? So listen, what year were you born?
83.
83. So that means you graduated about, 2002?
Exactly. Right on the money.
Nice. So 2002. So you basically were in high school for a little bit of the 90s. What did you think about the 90s?
Well, it had so much nostalgia, so many TV shows, music, movies. And
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
What was your favorite TV show?
There's so many. You know the show Saved by the Bell, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We just did a whole thing on that before.
Oh, by the way, thank you for that, Ken. I just twice.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. Thank you for bringing it up, man. That was great.
Yeah, that was a good remix.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Saved by the Bell, I know one of the background actors that played on the show. His name is Troy Froman.
Get out of here, really?
He played the character Ox on Saved by the Bell for 9 episodes.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I'm trying to think of who that is.
He was a football player that was with Slater.
I used to know Screech, but he tried to shoot a porn with my grandma, and I couldn't.
Oh yeah, fucking Screech winded up after the fucking 90s left. Screech was fucking doing porn. That fucking weirdo.
Stabbed somebody.
That fucking weirdo.
He's a fucking gangster.
Yeah, he did stab somebody too, man. He's a fucking turned out to be a real weirdo. That fucking guy, man, huh? Yep. That's crazy shit.
Guy's an animal.
But I got a trivia question for Filthy here.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know the show Family Matters, right?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch it a lot, but go ahead.
And who was the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog in the early 90s that was on Family Matters?
Come on.
Sonic the Hedgehog, you talking about the cartoon?
Yeah, cartoon.
I mean, listen, I'm gonna take a wild guess because I really don't know, but was it fucking Urkel?
Yeah, it was.
Yes, it was.
Oh, wow, he was really? He was the voice?
Yeah, Jaleel White.
He was the voice. He was the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog. He did the show on the weekend while he was filming Family Matters during the weekdays.
Wow.
So you're trying to say Sonic the Hedgehog's a black guy?
Oh, what did you stop and stab it?
What do you mean? What did I say? It was so bad.
I don't know. I just had to call in, say hi, everybody. And the other show I used to enjoy was like watching wrestling and Power Rangers.
Power Rangers?
I'm old school 93. Next year's like 25-year anniversary, so.
You know what I used to love? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the 90s, man, was my shit. When the movies.
I like the movie.
Yeah, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Purple.
It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Purple. Teenage Mutant Ninja Purple.
If anyone remembers that, shout out to you.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Purple.
Remember when that arcade game came out?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I used to play that at the grocery
Yeah, that game was good. That game was
I have it
good.
emulated on my computer.
Tommy just wrote in the chat recently. Bulma from Dragon Ball Z was killed in a car accident. The voice.
Oh yeah, the Japanese voice actors passed away.
Oh really?
Bulma from the Dragon Ball cartoon.
Dragon Ball Z. I think a lot of people know that show. That was a cartoon, right?
I watched it primarily in Spanish.
Right. That was
And
a
that's
big
how-
show back then.
That was a huge show, and that's how I learned Spanish pretty fluently. Was watching the entire
taught
Dragon
Spanish?
Ball. Yeah, they talked in Spanish. It was really good. Yeah, they had the original Japanese background music, but they had obviously voice actors in Spanish, and I remember them more iconically than the ones that are in English. And the translations are a bit different too with certain things, because the English translations they always fuck up from the manga.
Oh shit! Really? I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah.
There's always little things that are like, no, that's a mistranslation in the English version of Dragon Ball.
Holy shit! Hey, Foulmouth Bobbit, I'll get you back in, man. I saw you calling. I'll pick you back up.
You think Joe and Bailey really didn't know what fucking DBZ was last night, or they were just trolling Tommy?
They were trolling Tommy for sure.
Okay, I was like, I say not.
They had to be trolling Tommy. Because I couldn't stop laughing at TS. Shout out to TSS, man, because I love the Cronin Ball Z's.
Oh yeah, man. He's fucking awesome, that dude. He really is.
Yeah.
I hope he makes a cock McSkinnon one.
That'd be great.
And uses
There
him
you
with
go.
his eyes rolling in the back of his fucking head. With the song I did tonight. That fucking McSkinnon motherfucker.
But he's very quick on those videos.
Oh, he is,
man,
dude.
bro.
I mean, literally, the show ended, and I fucking go on Twitter, and there it is. I'm like, holy fuck, this guy don't fuck around, man. God damn, that was fast. You know? Fucking, and he's awesome, too, man. It's like quality shit. It doesn't seem like it was rushed or anything. You know what I mean? It's like fucking quality. Guess who we got calling in right now? Coming to the show, we got the one and only, the one with the titties. Get them titties right. Don't fight. Keep them titties up all night.
Yeah.
The one and only fucking Foulmouth Bobbit.
What's going on, you beautiful people?
Mr. Bobbit, what's up, baby? Yo, Mr. Bobbit, like this, man.
Yo, yeah, Mr. Bobbit. Like this, man. Yo, I never thought I could love another motherfucker like me till I met Bobby C, baby. Yo, Bobby, you got that foul mouth Bobbit type of shit. Yo, jump in the whip and grab my dick, yo. The way you suck my dick. Give me roadhead, bitch. Well, we drive around on the LIE. You do me. Yo, come through with the MP3 like, pop it in the fucking stereo. Getting all night type of fucking head, yo. Oh, me and Bobby chilling in the fucking Lambo. And you know we looking Rambo. Got the type of tippy off the fucking hando. Yo, use my motherfucking Mando. Young fucking Bobbit. Fully can't hobbit. Motherfucker fool another motherfucker Bobbit. Chop up your dick and make things right. I wanna suck your dick, baby, all fucking night with the Bobbit. Type of motherfucker can't hobbit. Bobbit. He's not a hobbit. Yo, fuck that, Bobbit. When we come together, we be smooth like motherfucking just leather. Lay your ass doggy fucking style. Bobbit, I'ma grab your tits and get buck wild. The way you shake that ass. Bobbit just a little bit of white little ass. Oh fucking Bobbit, I got the fucking hobbit. Jump up from behind you and fucking smell it, baby. Oh fuck yeah, Bobbit. Oh fuck yeah. Take my cock and just skin it tonight. Skin it tonight. Take my motherfucking cock.
Guys.
Yo, take my cock and fucking skin it. Yo, mixed skinning type of women. Yo, Bobbit, lay back in the truck. Bobbit, you don't
give a fuck. Bobby gotta lay back in the Maybach. Bobby gonna fucking bump from the way back. Oh, Bobby, no, I gotta have that Bobby, baby. I gotta have that Bobby. Oh, I say a sandwich with Billy, Ricky, and Bobbit. That's all I really gotta have it. I want a human sandwich with Billy and Bobbit. I want a human sandwich with Billy and Bobbit. Yo, I ain't gonna stop till I have it. A sandwich by Billy and Bobbit. That's that Billy and Bobbit shit. Pop my pussy with your finger type of shit. Billy Bobbit type of fucking shit. I wanna see them 69 each other. Make love to each other.
I'm just kidding around. That's some fucking real gay shit. I'm sorry.
Sorry,
Sorry about that, guys.
Malibu's most wanted.
Got a little gay on that shit there.
Yo, totally off topic.
Yeah.
Tonight, the New York Islanders beat the best team in the NHL.
Get them.
Which was who?
The Tampa Bay Lightning.
Oh shit.
Damn, and I got the Tampa Bay goalie, and my team is just fucking horrible. I can't win for shit.
Islanders are 1 point out of first place.
Damn.
With a game in hand.
Wow. Bob,
they're playing tomorrow.
What do you got for us for the 90s, man? What do you remember? What's the deal with you with the 90s?
Well, like, I was born in 92, so I don't remember a whole hell of a lot of it, but I do remember like a lot of it. And like the biggest news stories that I remember, it would have to be Columbine and the Oklahoma City bombing.
Oh yeah, the Oklahoma City bombing was no joke, man. Yeah, that was no fucking joke.
I was busy watching Double Dare instead.
Oklahoma City bombing.
I did watch Pokemon, so
I like watching people get slimed.
Yeah, that was bad shit, man.
Yo, Bob, but I see you talking shit. You gonna whip my ass in Mortal Kombat?
Oh.
Well, you know.
You probably if it's this one you're talking about, Mortal Kombat XL, you probably would, because I only played it for a couple days. But if we're talking about Mortal Kombat 1, 2, or 3, I beg to differ.
You know we're gonna have to get together one day and see who's the best at that.
Mortal Kombat 1, 2, or 3, I bring Sub-Zero to town, and it's on.
I'm a Scorpion player.
That's perfect. That is perfect.
Explosion caused, because here's now what we are starting to learn about the succession, or what someone obviously hoped would be a succession of explosions. The first bomb that was in the federal building did go off. It did the damage that you see right there. The second explosive was found and diffused. The third explosive that was found, and they are working on right now as we speak, I understand, both the second and third explosives, if you can imagine this, were larger than the first.
Damn, that was a fucking huge hole in that federal building in Oklahoma, man. I mean, that was some fucked up shit right there, dude. That's some really crazy shit. With, what was that, Timothy McVeigh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that name will go down in fucking infamy, man. Timothy McVeigh.
Also, Ken, here's something interesting. You remember that Law and Order True Crime show, right?
Yeah.
Well, if they get picked up for another season, they're going to do the Oklahoma City bombing next.
Holy shit!
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
Guys, go check out the Pit Viper glasses on fucking Billy Ricky's channel, man. Those things are sick, Billy Ricky.
Oh, you got that message?
Yeah, those things are fucking sweet, man. Some of those sunglasses are nuts, dude. They're like futuristic looking. Those fucking things.
I just seen those the other day in the colors. I was like, kid needs these.
Yeah, those are fucking tight, man. Love those, man. Those are hot.
And
Bob,
you said Islanders. It reminded me.
Yeah, that orange. That has that island orange. Bob, what did you just say again?
Oh, I was just saying that the Oklahoma City bombing of the Law and Order True Crime is going to be amazing.
Oh yeah. That's fucking crazy, man. You know, Timothy McVeigh, what? He got put to death, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
Filthy, do you know?
I'd have to look that up. I'm not sure.
You got any more on this day in 1990s?
I got a whole fucking. I got 3 pages of them.
All right, so why don't you read a couple of those off real quick? I'm gonna get another cup of coffee real quick, and read a couple of those off so we can. And you guys, and we'll talk about them too. If you want to talk about it after he reads it off, we'll talk about it. I'll take some more phone calls. I'll be right back. Filthy, read those off. I'll be right back.
Yeah, he was put to death.
On this day in 1990, and you could tell this is a totally different time for the New York Giants. The New York Giants defeat the Detroit Lions 20-0 to run the 1990 record to 10-0. What a difference 27 years makes. That was they won the Super Bowl that year.
Oh yeah, they did, didn't they?
They beat Buffalo that year. All right, so let's see. 91 is a bunch of shit. Well, I guess there's a bunch of things that happened this day, but one that Marlon Brando's daughter Cheyenne got deported out of France to Tahiti.
What?
What? Oh.
The Godfather?
Yeah, exactly. His daughter got fucking deported. I don't know
That
why
doesn't
she
make
did.
sense.
Maybe she was sucking too much French cock. Who knows?
Oh, filthy.
In 1992, on this day, the Howard Stern radio show premieres in Las Vegas.
Howard Stern.
Really?
Yeah, he's the shit.
Yeah, and Spike Lee's Malcolm X is released in theaters.
Wow.
That was
I
such
remember
a wonderful
that.
family film. Oh, it's delightful.
In 1993, NAFTA, which is the North American Free Trade Agreement, was passed by the U.S. House of Representatives, and it was horseshit.
It was a disaster.
It was horseshit.
Dude, if you go to where I live, we was the hardest hit out of that.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's right.
Why is that?
Well, all of our factories are now gone. Like we've
Right.
only got one.
That is so fucked up, man. And you know what? When it went down, I remember my dad saying to me, "This is gonna fuck everything up," and he was right. He was right.
Like where I live, we used to be like a huge factory town, like especially in Galax. Like it was a big factory town, but when NAFTA hit, that's when everything went to fuck.
Well, think about it. It cost a lot more money to pay people who, live in the United States when they could go take it to China and outsource it and make a big amount of money back.
But you know what?
They have
You know how you
slaves.
stop that? But you know how you stop that?
How?
And this is one of the things I actually agreed with Trump on, is that you hit them with a tariff when they bring the goods back in.
Yeah,
that
that makes
costs them
sense.
just as much as if they were going to make it here.
Right, make your
You know
money
what I mean?
back.
Like fuck you. Like
They
you
use
want
children as slaves, like these little Chinese children, man. They have them fucking.
There's companies like Verizon who don't pay any taxes. As a matter of fact, they get back $550 million a year. So they have a negative tax rate, and they fucking have employees overseas.
Wow.
So we're subsidizing these cocksuckers, and they're sending jobs overseas. Fuck that. You can't do that. Fuck you. That's bullshit.
Well, since we're talking about the 90s, this has been going back before the 90s.
way before.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about the
like something
90s.
new.
The fuck happened? The 90s, I heard, fuck these tariff and fuck. I'm like, what the fuck happened in the 90s?
Listen,
No, it still has something to do with the 90s.
No, we were talking about NAFTA because today, in this date on 93, NAFTA was signed by the House of Representatives.
Oh.
And Bobby was talking about how it fucked up all the factory jobs in his
Oh, yeah.
area.
Oh,
But
yeah.
all this shit started in 1978 with a Supreme Court case called Buckley versus Vallejo. And what that did is they decided that money was the same as speech, which is fucking ridiculous because the more money you have means that you have more speech. Right. That's so against everything the Constitution stands for. And from that point on, you could look at the graphs online. The production by American workers kept rising steadily, but their wages stayed stagnant.
Yeah.
Right.
So
they were like, we coming for you.
Everybody
Hulk Hogan.
right now, today, everybody, I'm not just talking about fast food workers, I'm talking everybody across the board deserves a fucking raise in this country.
That's right. I agree.
Everybody.
Serious, man.
Check this out. On this day in 1993, Siberia had a record fucking day as far as temperature-wise. It was negative 67 degrees Fahrenheit.
Jesus. Wow.
I was there in Siberia for that. I remember.
You were there?
It was so
freezing fucking balls.
How did you get through
I
there?
cannot begin to tell you how cold it was in
Jeez.
Siberia.
And he lives
that
to tell
time.
us.
Horrifying.
That must be.
Guys, it's 1993 right now. I'm in my time machine. I'm at 7-Eleven. Does anybody want a Crystal Pepsi?
Yes.
I do. You want a Crystal Pepsi?
I definitely want a
Oh,
Crystal
yeah.
Pepsi, without a doubt.
I just saw one of those in a fucking store recently. They bring it back?
Yeah, they did. They did.
Oh.
Yeah. They did
I
bring
want
it back.
some 90s snacks while I'm here at the 7-Eleven.
They brought it on way back, baby.
I want those Doritos 3D that they used to have.
Oh, remember those?
Those
Snack
were amazing.
You didn't need glasses for those.
Yo, do you remember they had barbecue Doritos?
Yes.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Those are my. Why did they go away? Those were the shit.
I don't know, man. You're right about that.
That you like them.
That's right.
Yo, on this day in 1993, Pearl Jam lead singer Eddie Vedder was arrested for public drunkenness.
I was there for that.
I'm guessing Scott Stapp was arrested shortly after stealing his voice.
Scott.
He's loving it.
Oh.
You know, can I tell you something? I liked Creed. I did. When they came out, and I heard that song, but then they just went to, I don't know,
Christian rock or something.
Yeah, they had that one good album, then they went to shit.
Creed was like a
Two
bad
good
thing.
albums, asshole.
What?
Jelly.
I can't hear you.
Oh shit, Creed!
Where's Jelly when you need him?
I can't stand.
All
Terrible.
right, Billy.
What happened?
They're just terrible.
I feel like I'm in a Twilight Zone right now.
My dick fell off twice.
Fucking tripping on this.
Hey, listen, this is fun. On this day in 97, Gary Glitter. Do you guys know who Gary Glitter is? All right, Gary Glitter was the guy who did this song that was played in almost every sporting event. Da-na-na-na. Hey! Da-da-da-da-da-da. All right, that's Gary Glitter. On this day, he was arrested by British police for child porn, and that was the last time you heard that at fucking game.
Well, to be honest, if your last name's Glitter, you kind of had it coming.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Right.
Filthy, that's fucked up because I've heard that in so much shit still. It's like they don't give a damn or something. Like,
Really? I haven't heard it sports shit.
no, I've heard it on TV, like fucking TGI Friday commercials and shit.
Well, that's where you want to molest kids at TGI Friday. You want to eat that fucking Jack Daniel's sauce at a little tight little asshole.
Come on. Greasy enough, damn.
You paint such a lovely picture.
Here's another thing. On this day in 97, the FBI says there was no evidence of foul play in the 1996 TWA 800 crash.
Of course. We all remember that.
It was full of shit, by the way.
What the hell was that?
Listen, that happened right off the coast of Long Island, if you remember. And there was eyewitness accounts of a missile coming from the water up into the plane and shooting the plane down.
True. I saw the missile. I saw the missile myself. I did.
Why? What's the motive?
Little assholes? What the fuck?
What the hell?
Oh my god.
I just heard little assholes.
Yeah, it just cut
They're
out
tight little assholes, I heard. Jesus Christ, Filthy.
Like,
What
it
the
came out of nowhere.
Fucking Filthy, man. Holy shit. Oh my god. God damn, son.
You hear what I said to Gary Glitter, Ken?
Yeah.
Gary Glitter.
What else? So what else you got in the 90s on this day? Anything else?
Let's see. Back in 97 on this day, Metallica releases the album Reload.
Oh, wow. Reload was a good album.
Hey,
Good
the other
album.
90s is the Black Album, you know.
The Black...
Right. That was 91. But it wasn't on this day, so go fuck yourself.
Hey, watch your mouth there.
On the same day that soundtrack for Titanic was released.
Oh, shit.
That was like the biggest movie that I remember.
What a turd of a movie that is. You know what? I took a date to that movie. She was very stupid. I said, look, darling, I guess I can tell you how this ends. She said, no, you can't. I said, I bet you a blowjob. I said it was going to sing. I was right. I got a blowjob that night.
Yeah.
Yo, Filthy, you said the Black Album came out today? What year?
No. Reload.
Oh, Reload. What year was that?
97.
Holy shit.
I still can't get over the fact that was Come in Blood on the first album, Load.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I thought that was cool as shit looking as
It's
a
like
kid.
a strawberry shortcake when it's coming.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I shoot my load every day now. Come in Blood. That's the name of a bar I go to. Come in Blood.
Look at that. Not bad.
Come in Blood.
Not bad at all.
Billy Crystal sold his soul.
Come in Blood. Come in
I
Blood.
said it at the time when those albums came out. If
Honey, where you go? Come in
Come in Blood. Come in Blood.
tonight. Sorry.
You're full of cum and blood.
Can I have come in Blood? Sure.
Cum and blood. Cum and blood.
What a refreshing
Yo, cum and blood. Cum and blood. You can feel the fucking cum in the blood. I feel cum, and then I I see the blood with the common blood, common blood, common blood, common blood with the common blood, common blood, common blood.
That was the name of my 90s band.
Common blood. What did you say? What did you say?
Refreshing, tasty diet, common blood.
Rest in peace, Malcolm Young. He's not from the 90s, but he died. He's metal. Fucking
Yeah, hell yeah. Dude, AC. That was one of the best concerts I've ever seen.
Oh my God, AC/DC was unbelievable. Metallica was unbelievable in concert. The best concert I ever seen. Especially from the 90s.
I'm gonna tell you right now. What are you gonna say?
What?
You're gonna say Pearl Jam.
No, I wasn't.
You weren't gonna say Pearl Jam?
No, I swear to God, I was going to say Rage Against the Machine because when they came to the Coliseum, and I think it was in 1998 when they came, when I saw them there.
It was 99.
99,
Wait,
yeah.
so do you remember what song they opened up with?
Was it Guerrilla Radio? No.
Nope.
It was Tiny Dancer.
It was Testify.
Oh my God, it was Testify. Yep, you're right, man. I remember going in that mosh pit and fucking bum rushing the stage like with all these bunch of people, man.
Do you remember the lead singer inside of the Riot? Because
Yeah.
he said he goes, because the security guards, like what happens in Nassau Coliseum is like the show would start and then the people in the seats would fucking flow over into the fucking general admission.
Yeah.
So the security guards started like, grabbing people, throwing them to the ground and throwing them out of there. So the lead singer, Zach, says, I just want to let you know that those security guards and their police, they're afraid of you. And then all of a sudden all hell broke loose.
Yeah,
Security
man.
guards-
And the security guards are pissed. I got Tommy NC texting me saying, thanks a fucking lot for letting me on tonight. I wanted to talk about the 90s.
Are you kidding? Come on.
Tommy, why you got to...
the 90s, that little bastard.
Tommy, why you got to get mad for, bro? Like, you don't have to be on every single show in the community, bro. And then be mad at the people when they don't put you on. Like, come the fuck on, man.
I'll be right back, you cocksuckers. I'm going to get a drink.
All right, but like, do I don't fucking do that to him. Do I call him up and say,
No,
hey,
you
Tommy, how come I wasn't on a Tommy's Talk? How come I've only been on your channel fucking once and you've been on mine 5,000 times? And I understand he has come to me and said, oh, I want to interview you and the Foulmouths crew, but it's like always at the last second. Like, I can't just band everybody together like we're Mighty Morphin fucking Power Rangers and go, band together, Mighty Morphin Foulmouth Rangers, come together.
Oh my God, I bet you gave TSS2 that idea right now. He's gonna work on it.
I can't beckon the fucking Foulmouths together, you know what I mean? Like beckon them from wherever they are and fucking, so it's never a good time to do it when you come last minute, but like, come on, man, don't be mad that you're not getting on. Like, it's on 90s night. We're giving the callers time to call in. People who haven't really
rotate.
Yeah, people who haven't really
Joe Crone is gonna be Zordon in that spoof.
we really, like we've had people on tonight that don't really get time to call in a lot. So what the fuck, man? Sorry, Tommy. I apologize. Here, this is for you, Tommy. 1999 for you, Tommy. On this day in 1999, this was released with the movie, and it became the #1 movie of all time.
I think I got the double VHS set somewhere.
Yeah, I think everybody had that fucking thing.
Everybody has a double VHS.
Yeah. But yeah, this was one to remember right there, man.
Never let go, Rose.
Rose, don't let go of me, Rose. Because you know what I want? Rose, if you hold on to me, I think we could live together. I think we can make kids. And Rose, just don't let go of me, because if you let go, I'll never see you again, and all I want to do...
Oh, hurry up and die.
Rose, just do this for me before we both die, Rose. Just do this. Oh, Rose. Oh, Rose. Oh, Rose, do me a favor. Right here on this little wooden barge that we're laying on, Rose, just do it real quick for me. Oh, Rose. Oh, Rose. Now, Rose, when you're done, let me fade off into the water, Rose. Let me just fade off into the water, Rose, after you're done. Now I just fade off into the water, Rose. I just came a boatload, Rose. I just came a boatload, Rose. I just came a boatload, Rose.
Oh, thank God my cum is buoyant. We can float on
It's
it.
buoyant. Guys, don't forget, tomorrow at 11 o'clock Eastern, 4th and Long Live. If you're a football fan, come and check it out. Show us some love. Hit that like button.
Is that an adult film?
It's an adult show. It's called Fuck Football. It's fucking football.
Oh, watch your mouth.
It's where you fuck a football.
Shout out to Real Talk in the chat.
Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah in the house. What's up, Real Talk? What's going on, buddy? Doing our 90s thing tonight, man.
I'll live in 90s hip hop.
We having
Oh,
sex.
hell yeah, man.
We having sex to this fucking beautiful music right here.
Does anybody want to rent a video? I feel like going to Blockbuster.
I want to watch Baywatch. I want to watch Dawson's Creek.
I don't want to wait for my life to.
Remember this part? Listen.
Oh,
Look at those movies right there. You got D2, you got The Sandlot, you got Rudy, you got Little Giants, Angels in the Outfield. A lot of classic movies that came out of the 90s that were...
Jurassic Park.
look at that.
Nobody mentioned Jurassic Park.
You got the Mighty Ducks, the Little
How many
League.
kids you think got sucked off behind the scenes on Rudy?
What about Space Jam, man? What is it with you with fucking kids? For Christ's sake. What year did the Star Wars come out in the 90s? Which one?
99.
That was the first one, right? Episode 1, right? Came
Bob,
out.
were you the one that says that's your favorite? Dude, are you have fucking brain damage? Are you out of your fucking mind?
No, I'm being honest.
Dude, hold on a second. Let me get this straight. You're gonna tell me that the Phantom Menace is better than Empire Strikes Back?
Yes.
No way, dude.
You're fucking crazy.
No, I'm being dead ass serious. I'm not even kidding.
This is my opinion on the Phantom Menace. I love the lightsaber fights in that movie. But
Dude,
that
the Darth Maul battle was ridiculous. The Darth Maul battle was amazing.
Guys, I'm going to take a quick phone call here. We got Drew on the line. What's up, Drew?
Hey, what's up, Ken? How you doing?
What's going on, brother?
Not much. Just chilling out. Came up with a few obscure ideas that I've been in and out of the show all night, so I haven't caught everything. But anyone mention like the Frugal Gourmet? You remember that one?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, yeah, dude.
That
That's
dude.
a pedophile, by the way.
He'd sit there.
No, I'm not joking. That's true. We got arrested for child porn. That fella.
Oh, really? Holy
Yeah,
shit.
Google it. Google it.
Wow.
He'd sit there and he'd cook, and his dishes would have wine involved. It'd be like one for the dish and 2 for me. 1 for the dish, the rest of the bottle for me.
Especially when he was babysitting like Cock McSkinnon. He's pouring a lot of wine into those fucking meals. You know?
So anyway, if you're joining Insomniac, thanks for joining us on the pedophile aisle.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. So, Drew, when did you graduate? In the 2000s or the 90s?
Make chicken.
Yeah, 2001.
2001. So you were in high school for most of the late 90s. What'd you think of it?
It was kind of weird for me because I moved in the middle of my freshman year. When we moved, I instantly got a job. So I was basically just listening to music, watching wrestling, and working. And going to school, of course. I even made my own DJ tapes. Like I pretended I was the DJ at a radio station.
Yep, I used to do that shit too, man. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember my tape deck and my tape recorder. I would wait for songs to come on the radio and hit fucking pause because it would already be on the record position.
Yeah.
And I'd hit the pause button so I can get the whole song that I loved on the radio at that point. You know, with the tape deck shit.
They got it so much easier now with the technology. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, because back then if you wanted a song, right, and you couldn't buy it in like the stores, like say it didn't come out yet, or you just couldn't find the album, or you couldn't afford it.
That was your only shot to get that song.
That was it, man. And if you missed it, you got to wait another 4 or 5 hours till it came back on the radio and be lucky to get it again. You know?
That's right.
That's how it was.
Zach Morris with that giant brick phone.
Yeah.
Used to have beepers back in the day.
Oh yeah, that's fucking.
Billy Crystal Meth was absolutely right about the Frugal Gourmet. In 1997, 7 men filed a civil lawsuit against him, charging him with sexual abuse. 6 alleged they were molested as teenagers in the 70s while working at his deli and catering service.
Wow.
The 7 claimed that he was assaulted in 92 at age 14 after Smith picked him up as a hitchhiker. Smith denied the allegations. No criminal charge were filed, but he and his insurer settled the case for an undisclosed amount in 98. The litigation ended his television career, though.
Wow.
What a sick world. What a sick fucking world.
Jesus.
Saved a lot of money, that fellow.
Oh shit, that's great, man.
After he fucking jerked off a 14-year-old, he held up a glass of wine like he did at the
Oh
end of the
my god, dude. What the
Oh, he had to get some common blood.
Common blood. Common blood.
Anyone mention American Gladiators yet?
Oh, American Gladiators, man. That was a great show, man. That was a
WWE got Rico out of that show.
Yeah, you're right about
that's
that.
Worth.
Holy crap, Rico Suave! Rico
You know,
Suave!
when did that come on again? Was that Saturday nights?
It was like Saturday nights at midnight or 1 in the morning.
Yeah, it was. I remember it being really late.
Stay up late.
Yeah, I remember it being on really late, man. But I remember that was such a great show, that fucking American
They saw
Gladiators.
each other with those sticks.
Yeah, I remember you would know all the events that were coming up one right after the other. Like, you used to watching them when they had that ball thing that would shoot out of the cannon. You had to hide behind all the.
I love that one.
Yeah, man, that was fucking sick.
Yo,
yeah, Salt.
here's a major 90s thing we haven't mentioned.
What is
On June 1st, 1999, the world of music changed because Napster came out.
Oh my god!
Wow, that was in the 90s.
Dude, I remember downloading on Napster
got
and
sued, didn't
like
they?
I would take. Yeah, they got sued by Metallica for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
I remember fucking downloading shit on Napster in 99, 98 and waiting like about fucking 12 hours to get 7 songs to download.
Yeah.
And I used to flip out that I could put it on a CD. I couldn't
And they
believe.
would just have Bill Clinton on there in some of them.
Could not believe that I could make a CD that would play in my car. Like I couldn't fucking believe it. You know, that was like the newest
you know what was
shit.
Worse? You know what? I'm sorry. Do you know what was worse in the 90s? Watching porn on the internet on a dial-up modem. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, everything would
That's
freeze.
horrible, man.
Everything would
I'd
fucking
rather-
freeze.
I'd rather settle for the scrambled porn channels than fucking going back to dial-up, man.
Yeah, dial-up was
Oh,
fucking.
that was awesome. WHT. Oh, I see a boob. I love that.
Yeah.
you try to fiddle around with the antennas to try to get at least a decent signal.
Yep, man, that's how it was, man. That's exactly how it was, man.
Yo,
I remember
you know
that
whose
shit.
fucking pussy I wanted to chew on in the 90s? Was Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Oh yeah, I always found her hot too. I always found her hot with that one fucked up lip. She had like a fucked up top lip and like one slow eye. I used to love that.
That's where I love that bitch goes.
I worked in Great Neck where she used to live. What a turd that was.
What a turd.
I can't stand her.
Dude,
I
tell
you.
you. Oh, that old dial-up noise.
Great Neck is filled with a bunch of assholes.
It's a giant asshole is basically what you're
Right.
It's a big, giant fucking asshole.
But let me tell you something right now. You go to Great Neck at around 12 noon in that little area with a shopping area, and the pussy that's over there.
Yeah, but it smells like a filter fish.
licking
It smells like gefilte fish. You know, it smells like gefilte.
I go over there, I'm like, is that Las Vegas? No, it's a lady standing next to you. Oh,
No, my God, is that gefilte or is this lady standing next to me? You got a rotten cunt, lady. You got a real rotten gefilte cunt.
Dude, I never heard of that shit before, and I found it one time, and I sent a picture of Ken. He's like, "Yep, that's gefilte fish."
That's gefilte cunt.
Yeah,
it looks like a
Gefilte
fucking
cunt.
school sample.
Gefilte
I'll tell you
cunt.
I'll tell you one show that they probably made these people take IQ tests for, and if you scored over fucking shit, then they wouldn't let you on the show. And that was Supermarket Sweep. I would yell at those people. Go to the fucking meat counter, and they like go dick around in the cereal.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking go grab the
dumb bastards.
The
Hey, you cunt.
fucking ribs or whatever those were.
Hey, you cunt.
Did you remember how stupid that show was, though? Think about it. It was about a supermarket.
I
And
know.
we watch this show. It's like, honey, what are you going to do? I'm going to watch people in a supermarket run around with gifts.
And fuck.
For a half an
I
hour.
want to watch them
I used
fuck.
to get aggravated.
What are you talking about? I'm going to
Remember
go
at
watch the supermarket show. You bastard.
Remember at the end of the show how you had to run around and grab the most amount of shit? Like the.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, I get aggravated because it's like, dude, just go to the aisle with the vitamins. Because the vitamins are expensive as fuck and they're small and you can just clear
the
whole
vitamins and the tampons.
tampons too.
Yes.
If you just keep loading up, because people would go for the turkeys and shit, which is fine, they're expensive, but they're giant. Fill up the fucking cart with vitamins, you stupid motherfuckers.
Yeah, you're right about that, man. You're right
That's
about
good.
that. I remember
That's a
saying
good
that.
one.
I remember saying that all the time too. Hey Drew, thanks for calling in, brother. I'm gonna let you go, man. I appreciate calling in tonight, brother. And
Right on, Ken. Thanks, man.
we'll talk to you soon, man.
Have a good night.
Yep, talk to you then.
All right, man.
Night, guys.
Peace out. Mr. Bobbitt, you got anything to say before I let you go, brother?
When you get off, well, if you want to, I posted a picture of me from '96. So if you want to share it with a stream, you can.
I was gonna do that whole like pictures from the '90s, and nobody sent anything in, so I didn't bother doing it. Like there was only like 2 people. But I'll do this. I'll do this if you guys want.
Take a picture of my penis every
Listen,
year.
for Wednesday, we're going to do the 80s show. And if you guys want to send in photos of yourself from the 80s and shit like that, send them in to the Foulmouths email or on Twitter. And we'll post up the pictures from like either late 80s or like, beginning of the 90s, somewhere in there if you want. It's up to you guys.
He wasn't alive in the '80s.
Who was it? If you weren't alive in the 80s, then you send in one from the 90s. We'll put you up there anyway.
Learn a thing or two.
It don't matter. You know what I mean? All right, Mr. Bobbitt. I'll talk to you soon, brother. Thanks for hanging out with us.
All right, see you, man.
I'll see you soon, man. That's Mr. Foulmouth Bobbitt. You can check him out on a Dead Talk show that we do here on Sunday nights. We're not going to be doing it this Sunday, but every Sunday night, most of the time, we're doing that show, Dead Talk. And he also has his own show called the Swamp Ass Podcast. Go check him out here on YouTube. Who else is in here with us right now? John, my man, Mr. Billy Crystal Meth, in the house with us tonight, hanging out, man.
Hello, how are
Yo,
you?
thanks for coming and hanging out tonight, man.
It was a great time. I had a very nice time.
Yeah, thank you for coming on, man. You're going to be seeing a lot more of John on the channel, man. We're going to get him to do some shit with us and hang out, and I got something in mind for him that we're going to be doing on Sundays probably pretty soon, and we'll see how it goes.
Very cool.
Have a good
John,
night.
thanks for calling in, brother.
See you later.
All right, man. Have a good night. I'll see
All right,
you next
man.
week.
Peace out, brother.
Keep in touch with yourself.
And my man Cobretti. Cobretti. Thanks for calling in, bro. I had a good time tonight.
Thank you, man. Thank you for giving my call, man. Been
Yeah,
having a
no
great
doubt.
time tonight.
No doubt, brother.
I love this episode, man.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. I spent
And
like
Filthy,
5 hours on it.
Filthy, I issue you a challenge in classic Mortal Kombat, man. I am gonna freaking
Go fuck yourself.
But how the fuck
yourself?
What are you gonna play it on? How the fuck are you gonna play it?
Well, let's see. I have it on PS3, like Mortal Kombat Arcade Collection on PS3.
Well, what the fuck, dude?
They don't have it on 4 that you could download it as one
They
of the
don't have
games
it
in
on
the
4
thing?
yet.
Ah, that sucks. That would have been sick
Listen,
if they
I'm
had
balls
that.
deep in Battlefront 2 right now. What the fuck you want me to tell you?
Oh,
no, but I'll hold you for that, man.
All right, man. Have a good night.
All right, Cabretti. Thanks, brother.
Let me do a shout out to the fucking beautiful Shell, Mamacita. I know she wants some of that Latino.
Where was Shell tonight? Was she in the chat tonight?
Yeah, I think she was watching. Yeah, she was in the chat. But she
Oh, yeah,
was
wrestling's
watching,
on tonight. Yeah.
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 Joe's on tonight
Yep.
too as well. But Shell, prepare that.
That's
box,
all right. We're gonna
baby.
keep them entertained regardless.
Yeah, whatever. It's no big deal.
I love all you motherfuckers.
Yeah, shout out, Cabretti. Thank you, man, for coming on and hanging with us, brother. I
Thank you
appreciate
very
it.
much, man. Thank you.
I'll
Thanks for
talk
my
to you
call,
soon.
man. I had a great time, man.
No doubt, brother.
All right. Peace out, everyone.
All right, man.
See you
Peace
later.
out.
Man, have a good night.
See you later, Lucky Roll.
Later. That's Mr. Cabretti. That's Mr. Cabretti. Thanks for coming in. And, of course, you guys know him. You love him. He's the one and only. And you know what? I say it all the time. He's like my fucking brother. The one and the only. Go check him out here on it. Give him some love if you're the first time hearing about him or you haven't went over there yet. Go over and show some love to Mr. Billy Ricky.
Billy Ricky. Yeah!
Billy Ricky in the house tonight with us.
Damn right, the 90s.
Yeah. Go check out Mr. Billy Ricky. He comes on mostly every friggin' night. Go check him out. Go see his videos. Hit the like button. Show him some love. Billy Ricky, we love you, brother.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Stella Chorus, wherever the fuck this is. This beer's really good.
Mr. Billy Ricky, thanks for coming in and hanging out, bro.
Peace.
All right, peace out, Billy Ricky. And, yeah, so it was a fun night tonight, guys. Thank you. I know there's wrestling on tonight. You know, I didn't even put that into account until a couple of days ago. We maybe should have changed the 90s night to some another night so everybody could watch it live. But listen, whatever. Like I said, we're going to be doing Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve. We're going to have a Thanksgiving Eve /80s/ type of thing going down.
Exciting.
This Wednesday night. Everybody's got off the day later if you live in the U.S., so it should be an all-night show. I'm going to be doing it all fucking night, maybe a 5 or 6 hour show. We're going to have a big one. So if you guys want to join us that night, I know wrestling was on tonight. Not a lot of people, came over. They wanted to watch wrestling, blah, blah, blah. I totally get it. If you're around Wednesday night and you're hearing this now on a tape delay or whatever, come and check us out Wednesday night. We're going to be doing this again. We'll do the 80s / big party mix on my wife's birthday party. The whole nine. We're going to have a great night. I'll be live on cam drinking. Definitely be getting hammered out. So if you're around this Wednesday, don't miss it. And that's about it, right, guys?
Hit that like button and subscribe.
Yeah, guys, do us a favor. Hit that like button if you can. The more likes, the better for us. It gives us a better rating, the whole nine. Yeah, and check out the Patreon, too. Yeah, you're right. We're going to be releasing something in the next hour on the Patreon. So go over there and check that out. If you're not a Patreon member, please go over there, check us out. You'll like it. Sign up for it. As little as $1 a month, you could be exclusively on the Patreon with us and get our exclusive shit that does not, some of it doesn't even come to YouTube. It stays on the Patreon. That's where it stays. Some of it moves over to YouTube a couple of days later. So definitely check that out if you're into us and you like what we're doing. Shout out to all the new subs. 1,600 subs, folks. Cannot believe it. Shout out to everybody out there who made it possible. Very happy that we hit it tonight, and that's not our main focus, is the subs and the money and all that shit. It's the coming on here, hanging out with you guys and having fun, and we definitely had some fun tonight. You guys got anything to say before we bounce?
Long live the 90s.
Filthy?
Everybody go fuck themselves.
Jesus Christ.
Great show.
All right, yeah, well, we had a good time tonight, man. Oh, my God, how's that?
Whoa, what the fuck was that?
I'm sorry. Shout out to everybody who stopped by tonight. God bless you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow for tomorrow for football, and then we'll see you Wednesday. All right, guys?
Till next time.
Till next time. Peace the fuck out, everybody. And we'll see you soon on the Foul Mouths Network.
Oh.
Oh.
Thank you so much to everybody who came out tonight for the show. This is the Foul Mouths Network. Peace out. We'll see you soon.